Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Perillo, and I am chomping at the bit to start chomping on the cereal. So that's what I'm going to begin with today. I've got a few things to show you, including some new comics, many new comics, and one you may have to remind me. I may have accidentally got two of. I may have accidentally picked up two of these. I'm not sure. The Edge of Balance. Did I already show this? I don't know if I did. It's a manga. Star Wars manga. And next week, it's going to be Star Wars anime. So I'm going to start getting into anime. That means I'm an anime fan. Now, officially. Like, that's, I get to wear the t-shirt. I'm also a fan of fun cereal. I don't know if I tried Cookie Crisp recently on stream, but they had it on sale. So I grabbed it. This big box for $3.30, family size. Jedi, of course, as soon as she realizes it is Saturday, is going to ask for her little cup of Cookie Crisp. Now, see, I grew up in the era where Cookie Crisp was not,
DB3D_Dan shared X100.
DB3D Dan! Hey, how you doing? Shout out to DB3D Dan if he's not... I just turned into a banjo song all of a sudden. Welcome, DB3D Dan. Thank you so much for the cheers. Very appreciated. I haven't even begun eating sugar. This is how I am. So, I remember, like, growing up, there was Cookie Crisp, and I remember... like in the later years, it was like it was like a police officer and like a criminal, right? A cop and robber, and the robber would try to steal the Cookie Crisp, and the cop would go after him. But I want to say that there may have been a Cookie Crisp mascot before then. Okay, Cat, you cannot eat cereal. We've been over this. I forgot my milk. Oh no. I even had to mark a C on it so that Diana didn't drink it. See if she's got her phone on you. Her phone on you? No, she doesn't have her phone on you. See if she has her phone on her. Okay, Diana. Okay, you better answer the friggin' phone. Because I don't want to have to walk down there, because then otherwise Jedi will find out. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling Diana on the cereal box. Hey, do you have... can you get me the milk in the fridge?
Oh, I thought you took it.
I did not. I forgot the milk, yeah.
The whole thing, or do you bring it out?
Bring the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, bye. Hung up the cereal box. Luckily, I'm normal, and I poured the cereal before the milk. These are like little cookies, but do y'all remember the older mascot? What came before the cop and robber? What came before? I can't remember. Am I okay? I am not okay. I forgot the milk. I can't believe that. If only I had an iPhone. Hitting below the belt, are we? Joshua XP, good to see you again, and thank you for joining Discord. You remember the old community. Joshua XP at least. He was a member of the old community. This is the new community, new and improved, now with cereal flavor. Joshua, I want to say hung out in the live.perillo.com days. Kind of reminds you how people used to call on the Nokia N-Gage. Never had one, never wanted one. Wow, these admittedly do look like little cookies. And very crispy. Let's see if Diana can make it up here without getting spotted by Jedi. This is a big box of cereal. Hope Jedi didn't hear. Jedi saw. I think we've been discovered. They don't stay crispy for long. I stay crispy forever, because that's my... You just had to swing it around, so she saw it, didn't you?
No, she didn't.
Oh, she didn't see it? You were just kind of casually just swinging it around like, I'm just going upstairs. Now I want... Diana, you drank out of this. Wait. I marked one of these with a C, then. There's a milk thing with a C. Yeah. No. There's one I marked with a C. Okay. I'm just saying. Because I have to. Otherwise, it's going to disappear. No. I know I marked this with a C. I know I marked one of these bottles with a C. I know I did. I know I did, dude. But I know what happened. Because I marked one with a C. I was very careful about it. I did that the other morning. Because I was like, I need to make sure I have milk on hand. BB Gen 79 says this is totally makes me want to eat cereal right now. You need to. It's a Saturday. Saturday cereal. Not quite Saturday morning though. Raider over there. Joshua XP says his favorite cereal. I thought he was going to go with Golden Girls. I've had a Golden Girls cereal. Did you have the Golden Girls cereal? I did. I think I sent Liz the little pop that came with it. Didn't I, Liz? I sent you the box and the little pop.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Indeed, Mark H and NC C is for Chris. And the P is for what happens if I have too much oat milk. So I called my wife dude. Well, of course I called my wife dude. What else would I call her? Use one of the mini fridges next time? I would, except that's where Diana's keeping her snacks.
Moken 24.99 cheered X 100.
Thank you so much for the cheer. Very appreciated. So let me go ahead and say that first Golden Grams I had the other morning.
Paceless cheered X 100. Do D.
What? I had Golden Grams the other morning when we were up early to pre-order the iPhone. I was up early pre-ordering the iPhone. Probably the only one. Haley, I'm very sorry to hear that. What, honey?
What happened to Haley?
Haley's sick.
Why?
Wait, Amelia's not here, is she?
No.
Is she here? If she's here, you can't have this yet. You gotta wait until she's gone. Otherwise, Jedi would be eating in front of somebody. And at least you out there can get your own bowl of cereal. Assuming you have cereal in the house. Anyway, very sorry to hear that, Haley. And I do hope you come through it. The screen cap you just took is killing you. Oh boy, how bad is it? Vader wants some Cookie Crisp? Well, BB Gen, Vader can keep wanting. I sent you the box empty. Well, I had to eat it, Liz. It was kind of stale when I got it. M. Hoken, thank you so much for the cheers. Thank you for bringing the milk. Yes, sorry. I will make it up to Diana, I promise.
DB3D underscore Dan cheered X 100.
Thank you, Liz, for the dude. And yes, we've got a level 1 hype train. With cereal. It's the best and worst time to have a hype train. First Cookie Crisp mascot, Cookie Jarvis, was a wizard in the Merlin mold. Okay, that I... Cheese and crackers. Can I just finish like one bowl?
DB3D underscore Dan cheered X 100.
Dan is on a roll tonight. 44% at level 1. So, cheese and crackers. The Jawa's trying to get my cereal. Vader's trying to get my cereal. The cat's trying to get my cereal. Did I say the cat already? You guys are shooting my cereal. And yes, Mark, you must eat your cereal out of a dog bowl. Sorry, this is a pet bowl, not a dog bowl. Technically speaking. It's not just good, it's pretty delicious.
No more 3 cheered X100, Jedi cereal.
No, Jedi will get her cereal soon. I'm trying to eat this as fast as I can so it doesn't get soggy. If only because...
This is the way.
This is the way. If we get to a level 2... Dan is... What is up with Dan? Dan is on fire tonight. Is that Dan? Is it really Dan? Can we confirm that's really Dan? M. Hoken, thank you for the cheers.
Hoken 24.99 cheered X100. Paceless just gifted 1 subs.
Okay. First of all, thanks again, No More 3 for the cheers. I did not mean to skip your shout out.
DB3D_Dan cheered X100.
Liz gifted a sub to Johnny Longschlong.
DB3D_Dan cheered X100. Yes, it is me.
Almost made me shoot cereal out of my nose. Seriously. One of these Cookie Crisps, like, almost shot out of my nose, Liz. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. We're at level 2. I'm getting as far as I can. Okay. Can't talk about it. They taste more like cookies out of the milk.
No more 3 just gifted 1 subs.
Thank you, No More 3. Sorry, I knocked the mic. We're at 356. Haley, I hope that makes you feel just a little better now that you've been gifted a sub. And let me go ahead and say, before I forget, I'm trying to chew through everything. Welcome back, Joshua XP, and thank you for subbing to the channel in the middle of September.
Pentaxenstein just gifted 2 subs.
Okay. Now, Pentaxenstein is here. The party has started. Thank you so much, Pentaxenstein. I got a good quote, Security 911. And I wake every morning and see Tech TV, and then I realize that you're talking about me, and I want to scream from the top of my lungs, can't we move on?
DB3D_Dan cheered X100. Printed solid is the goat.
Hello everybody. Welcome to my hype train. I'm sorry I was late. I was having some problems on the toilet. If only... What's this? There's a gift. There appears to be a gift. For me. Not Chris, that lame-o. Thank you so much, M. Hogan, for the cheer.
Hogan 24.99 cheered X100.
And of course, Pentaxenstein for pushing us forward in this September. Very nice to see everyone tonight, except for that one person over there. You know who you are. Why does my breath taste like cookies? Alright, I'm going to get my gift. What is this? For Poopy Palpy. Open live on Twitch. From Liz Bradshaw. Pez Liz sent a gift to me. Poopy Palpy. Why? How did you know I was Poopy? How did you know I was Emperor Poopatine? How did you know? Well, little did you know that Chris probably had to open this ahead of time. And so I'm surprised to have now in my possession a Squatty Potty. This is... I can now...
Pentaxenstein just gifted 2 subs.
Rather than things getting stuck where they should not. Thank you so much, Liz, for the Squatty Potty. You place it in front of your toilet and your feet go here, and then you poop in the middle. Not in this. You poop in the toilet, yes. So thank you so much, Liz, for passing this along. Very appreciated. Now I hope this helps. You know what'll also help? More fiber. And I'm getting better at that. Eating fiber.
Faceless cheered X100. Poopy Palpy shared with Chris Poop Perillo.
Poop Perillo? At the same time we got an R2-D2 screaming. We're at 360 sub points out of 500 for the goal for this month. Yes, I will not be doing a video review of that. However, it will remain in one bathroom. No, you will not have a demo. But you never know when we're going to need it. True. And Jedi asked what it was, and I'm like, something that I hope you never have to worry about, child. Something that may help, something that could help. DB3D Dan is on fire. No more 3, thank you for bringing the cat into the house.
Stay on target.
Oh, really, Kurt? You got yelled at by a bot? I'm sorry about that. Show me what you pot. No! What I got right now, I've got...
DB3D underscore Danchered X100, something dark side.
It is something dark side. One of the best parodies ever produced. In my heart. Okay, that's it. I'm tired of you shooting blasters at me. So not fair. I can't defend myself. My lightning bolts that usually shoot out of my fingertips have been dampened. We had a thunderstorm roll through here the other hour, like a few hours ago.
Hoken 24.99 cheered X100.
Thank you so much, M. Hoken, for keeping us going. We got about 25 seconds left. We're at 98% at level 3. Level 3, this close to a level 4. Can we make it? Will we make it? Did we
Flacco the
get
Clown
level
gifted
4?
Sound Alerts a subscription. Flacco the Clown gifted a tier 1 sub to Sound Alerts.
Seriously?
They have given 34 gift subs in the channel.
Future just gave Sound Alerts a bot, a gifted sub? So that means Sound Alerts can do awesome things now. It is very strange. It's strange to me. Edward Ferguson, my bidding is that you help me fight off people who seem to be coming after Chris, though they don't know him at all. Chris is trying not to get dragged down into the muck of Twitter.
Show me what you got!
I don't really have much. I did, finish the print last night of a stormtrooper in this wonderful filament color. And I'm printing another one. It turned out so well. So well. Yes, indeed. I look like a Death Eater. No, my face. You can't see all my face. I certainly don't sound like a Death Eater. At least not that I know of. Yes, Joshua, I 3D print something every night here on Twitch. And by the way, it is articulated. Yes, it's a fun little figure. Came together really easily. And I love the finish, so I'm doing a second one. Just in case. Hyena is correct. I do need a mini built-in fog machine. I kind of have it. Doesn't work very well. DB3D Dan running down the list, telling me that I'm good. Because I am. I'm so good. I'm awesome, actually. So awesome.
DB3D underscore Danchered X100.
Thank you so much, Dan, for unfreezing me. And by the way, Mark H, if that is your real name, I know Chris finished his cereal before the stream started. Your husband would print an army of Jawas. Well, Ashmo 9, I've printed one, not a big one. Okay, that, like, was that tall? And then I bronzed it. It was pretty cool. I actually have a Jawa right here. I just so happen to have a Jawa. Who does not? Who among us does not have a Jawa? Like, right there. Right within reach. You need Jawa. I think that's the plural of Jawa. Thank you, Pentaxtonstein. Very appreciated. Frozen during the hype train. Yes, sometimes it does happen. How could I be alive? Very easily. I'm never going to die. Somehow I always come back. Do not be surprised. I am basically the embodiment of the dark side of the Force. As opposed to my dark side. That's the other side.
It's a trap!
It's a drops in according to Liz. Good luck. Those are not traps. The drops. The drops are easy to do if you know the command. And if you can command chat, then you too can drop in. Just as long as you stay on target. That is the goal. There you go. Off to the races, that's right. Try to knock the poop out. Which is usually something that I do not while I'm streaming. Happy Saturday, Hayes31. Did I successfully pre-order my phone? Yes, I did. Everyone seemed to have issues. Well, many people did. But I did. I did successfully. Well, I'm glad I can entertain you, M. Hogan. I will be unboxing, either me or Chris will be unboxing his iPhone this coming Saturday.
Paceless just gifted 1 subs.
Thank you so much, Liz, for gifting another sub. Squatty Potty will knock the poop out. Well, that's not exactly how it works, but it could help the process. Or if you're from Canada, process. Yes. We're now at 362 out of 500 sub points, which is fantastic. You pre-ordered the Dark Side phone? Well, so it seems I'm not the only one. Wait, which is the Dark Side phone? Anymore, I seem to use all of them, not just one of them.
Joe Usage just subscribed.
Thank you, Joe WTG. Way to go, using your Amazon Prime, your free sub account, because you get 1 free sub account every month. So, thank you so much for that. Oh, almost made it all the way, but we completed at level 3. Let's go ahead and give out some Perillo popcorn, so you can all enjoy that. There you go, don't spend them all in one place. I am now going back to my corner, and Chris will show you what he's got. Woo! Alright, that was fun. I got frozen in the force over there. Did I miss anything? I'm done with the cereal, so I'm going to pour another bowl. But before I do, let me go ahead and show for the Discord server, if Kurt's still there, manga. I'm totally getting into it. Well, thanks to Star Wars. This is the High Republic, The Edge of Balance. I can't remember if I already had this one. I know I'm not great at remembering things like this at times. Either way, did get this and some other new comics. This is War of the Bounty Hunters 003, the variant cover. I kind of wish I would have collected all of the variant covers. I did not way back when they started, because that would have been kind of fun. It probably would have been a very pricey, but you know, styled like the vintage action figure. Didn't know that this particular issue arc was even happening, War of the Bounty Hunters, until I happened to spy someone's feed, and I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't have any of those. Yes, manga versus anime, and I will know a little bit about both within a week's time. IG88, I love the fact that it's like, you got the pronunciation guide right there, IG88, another variant cover for the War of the Bounty Hunters. So another fine addition to my collection. Thank you so much.
In 79 shared X100.
Thank you so much. A couple of other comics. Oh, hopefully those are not going to slide off. These are IDC comic, IDW, not IDC. IDW comics that I didn't know existed until I went to a comic shop that kind of sucked. But then again, like, we really don't have a lot of comic shops around here anymore, which, again, sucks. But then I was like, oh, wait, it's just 2 issues? Okay, I may want to grab them, just for, you know, comics' sake. Not Marvel, like the previous 2 I just showed you. These are from IDW, so there's no digital equivalent, to my knowledge, no digital equivalent. They've got, like, Star Wars Adventures, Vader's Castle, Clone Wars, that's IDW.
And then they also have they've done the graphic novel movie adaptations. So, got those two. And the last thing that I have to showcase is the Star Wars magazine. Yes, there is a Star Wars magazine. In case you were wondering, there is. And this was on sale. When I went to order the comics, I'm like, okay, sure, I'll pick up another issue of Star Wars Insider. I had them for a while, and ultimately I just stopped. I'm like, these are fun, but I'm not sure I'm able to enjoy them as much as I thought I would. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna save a couple of pennies, and so I did, and I saved even more by getting this particular issue. And this is cover to cover, all Star Wars. So, for anybody out there who doesn't realize that Star Wars is awesome, just know that it is. On the back, there's a teaser for a die-cut vinyl picture disc of Grogu and like a hologram. I don't think I have any of the hologram LPs. Those would be pretty cool, though. I do have a Star Wars record player. I have a regular record player, too. I had another Star Wars record player that unfortunately got damaged. Jedi was young, and she ended up ripping out the needle. Oh, my God. If I would have done that as a kid. Like, my parents, I don't know what they would have done. Can I do a TIE Fighter impression? Yeah, I can. There you go. There's your TIE Fighter impression. You're totally new and in dire need of points. Oh, sure, Kurt. Sure. Way to lure her out. Oh, by the way. You're right. Hey, hang on. Who said... Wait, where is she? She was talking about her husband. I can't remember her handle. Where's her handle? What's her handle again? I need to call her out because I'm going to do something. She said her husband would print Jawas. Give me a second. Hey, no, thank you for bringing up the milk. Alright, just in case I didn't say it.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. Great, now she's sus. Anyway, so there. Ashmo 9. I'm not gonna blame you. I should have said thank you. You are correct. I remember marking a C on one of the milks. I'm telling you. Something hinky's going on. So hinky, as a matter of fact, that I need to have a second. Your husband collects Jawa. Oh, that's so cool. I've got, the 3D printed one I did was really cool. No supports. And I ended up bronzing it, like spraying it in this bronze paint, and it turned out really cool. Really nice. No. No, F off. Jenna came up here with the cup, but Amelia's still here. I'm like, you gotta wait until she goes, because I don't want either Amelia to be, you know what I'm saying, or then we have to call. You're keeping it in the fridge now. I guess you should take it. I should. Don't worry. There's like plenty of cereal in here for Jedi. The back, it says complete your arcade. I can't figure out how to play the game. Start with any cookie and help Chip grab every one of those delicious chocolate chip cookies without retracing your path. Avoid all the kids. Oh, I see. So you have to draw, and it's got to be connected. Each cookie has to be connected in some way. Oh, that's an interesting puzzle. That's a fun little puzzle. That's awesome. He'd be jealous of the Jawa. Okay. Give me a minute. Let me finish this. Remind me if I forget, but I'll grab the Jawa to show you. Edward Ferguson collects Star Wars and Batman merch. Well, it's I suppose I think I need to be saying. I think I need to be saying Happy Batman Day. It's Batman Day. Hey 31 also misses having toys inside the cereal box. Honey Nut Cheerios and a series of other cereals currently have figures in the box. They do. I'm trying to remember which other ones. There's a whole series of them. But the problem is they're not on sale. I'm like, I'm not going to pay $6 to get some cereal trinket. How you doing, D. Randolph 1976? Master of filament. That's David. He extrudes filament. It's true. Wait, is that the Tricks Rabbit? Are they doing a post-extended universe? They should, BB Gen. That would be awesome. Hello, Hollywood N3D. Fellow Star Wars collector and fan of 3D printing. You miss getting cereal in cereal box? Oh, it's definitely there. No, it was like, I saw it. Honey Nut Cheerios. They had the little cereal, the figurines. But it was like $6. $6. No way. Just moved across the country recently, and the Jawas and comics had a ride in the van. Know who U-Haul for them? Wow. I'd keep them close. Last time you remember getting something like that was Life Board Game CD-ROM. I couldn't even tell you the last cereal prize I got. I'm not even sure. Oh! Actually, I can. Star Wars had, around The Force Awakens, they had those spoons. Got those. And then they also had the viewers. I've got them, actually. I've got the viewers over here. Like, you can look through them. This is around The Force Awakens, too. I remember the records on the boxes. They sucked, but they were cool. I'm trying to remember what other cereals. I think it must be what's Cheerios? That's GM, General Mills, because I think there's Chases for the Monsters, and because I can't get the Monster cereal, not because I can't, because they've got marshmallows, vegan, won't get them, or have no plan on getting them. Because then I gotta go through it and pick out the marshmallows. That's no fun. But if one of those cereal prize boxes is on sale, I might grab it. And then you know me, I'm gonna want the whole collection. They look kind of fun. You know, this is a cereal. It's good, but it tastes better dry than with milk. For real. Still have milk. Don't worry, it's a family size. I'm a family. I'm in a family, therefore I get to eat it. If you're not in a family, you don't get to eat this. That's the rules. I don't make them. I don't make the rules up. That's right. Cereal tastes awesome out of a dog bowl. This is not a dog bowl, it's a pet bowl. I eat enough for a family? Well, not according to the internet. I swear to God, if one more person comments, you need to eat something. Are you kidding me right now? Margaret's laughing. I'm worse than her in mini wheats. I used to love mini wheats, but they've got gelatin, so I can't eat them. You're out of bits? Dan, you've already gone above and beyond today. Thank you so much for helping that hype train. Do you put the cereal in first or put the milk in first? There's only one answer. Cereal first, then milk. Cereal first, then milk. Out of curiosity, do you remember the questions? Bruce Lee versus Jackie Chan. Soft Taco versus Hard Taco. Questions in your old questions and answer page? No, I do not. You should clip this and send it to people who think I don't eat. Yeah, they won't watch it. No gelatin because I'm vegan. And gelatin is basically animals smooshed up. I gotta respect, though, reading a bag of marshmallows, and it says very specifically pork gelatin in marshmallows. Like, even if I wasn't vegan, that would not sound very appetizing. Just get agar agar. The kind of milk I drink is oat milk right now, whatever's on sale. Vegan, of course, non-dairy. I prefer my oat milk straight from the Quaker Oats guy's nipples. That's me personally. Where else do you think oat milk comes from? Tiny Oats? Do you think Tiny Oats have nipples? I mean, they might. Diana and Jedi are doing well. You'll probably see Jedi soon. Because I do the cereal eating on Saturdays. And I promise her that she can have a little bowl too. Something she can look forward to. Fun? Hey, kiddo. Someone was just asking about you. Are you here alone? Is Amelia still here? So if I go over there and look over, she's not there? So if I go over there, just you? Okay. Turn off that light back there. In the bathroom. Oh yeah, you did. You shut yourself in the bathroom, remember? Yeah, these are much better dry. All right, kiddo. Come on, baby. They're little cookies. Little cookies. I've got a smattering of the chocolate chips all melted off. Lame. They're like the chocolate chips and not Chips Ahoy, but the Cookie Crisp. They're all painted on. That is so lame. They paint on. Hang on, now I gotta. That's right. Gummy worms do have gelatin. Yeah, this is just surface level. That's a surface level chip. Surface level chip. Dan, no! There you go, Dan. You're back in the game. Yeah, you can actually taste. There's the Cookie Crisp dry tastes like Little Crisp cookies, but in milk, not so much. Give me a second. Oh my god. Give me a second. Wow. Oh, fix 'em, dude. Those are cool. First of all, fix 'em, dude. I'm sorry about the news. And second of all, I'm looking. Those are cool. Those are neat. Sorry, I shouldn't get sucked into reading stuff. Alright. So, we've got videos to do. A couple of videos. We're going to do our tech video. And it's going to be about why I think 120 hertz is the bomb. And then the advice video, I'm not sure what advice we've got on stage for tonight, but we'll get to that too. I gotta get this box out of here. I'm just gonna set it on the stairway. Stairway to heaven. Oh, by the way, speaking of videos, before we start recording, give me a second. There's something I need to tell you. I'm of course on TikTok. Who isn't? I woke up this morning and I literally grew by 100 subscribers overnight. Followers. 100 followers, like overnight. Now you gotta understand, I had like maybe 100, like maybe a week ago. But like I'm getting promoted now on the For You page. Pretty well, because like my top viewed video like a week ago, because I would average like 161 views, right? My top viewed video it hit like 562. I'm like, wow, that's pretty good. A couple days later, another video hit 1213. And then yesterday, and 2 days after that, I should say, another video it's now at 3,797. And then another day went by, and then another day skipped. So it was like every other day. So yesterday's video ended up getting 1,500 views. And then this morning's video has already doubled my average view count for a video after I upload it for a day. So, like, I'm at 343 subscribers right now. So I'm like, what? So let me go ahead and show everybody my QR code. Follow me on TikTok if you are so inclined. It's just Chris Perillo on TikTok. I cannot believe that. No, trust me, TikTok is like explosive. Like, none of these people know who I am, which is great. They just like the content. But I guarantee they don't know anything about me at all. It's just getting recommended. I'm getting in front of people that I otherwise would never get in front of. Thank you, Liz, for commenting on a video. And thank you, Sir Edward Newton, for following. Yeah, it does really, really well. So I'm going to say this is the closest thing I've ever had to, like, quote-unquote, explosive growth on a platform. And there's definitely a way to do it. And it seems I've cracked some kind of nut by providing that daily inspiration. I mean, this kind of stuff is done very well on Twitter. I can average between 500 and 1,000 views, which is really good for me. To YouTube, when I upload this to the inspirational channel, or the advice channel, that channel's still kind of getting off the ground, so it doesn't surprise me there's not much engagement. But when I put it on LinkedIn, it does well. Seemingly on Instagram stories, it does okay. I need to get better at doing the stories. I need to put like items in my feed. I don't post to Instagram as regularly anymore, and I probably should. I just don't know what. Because I mean, I've done Star Wars and it doesn't do well. I've done trinkets and that doesn't do well. Clipping out the inspirational videos is just kind of overkill. So I just don't know what works for me on Instagram, but posting the videos to the stories works. Oh, thank you for the new followers. Jesse Moreno, really appreciate it. JK Carlin, y'all could be here, I have no idea. But I'm now at 343 followers. I'm telling you, it's like every day there's going to be like a TikTok watch. In the sense, it can be explosive, because what's cool about it is that TikTok recommends toy photography. I know. I loved doing it. It was just so time intensive, and I loved doing it. Maybe you're probably right, Kurt. When I get the Pro Max, well, I also want to get the Pixel 6 Pro too. So, I just want people to stop asking what camera I'm using when I'm taking a picture of something. So I should probably do that anyway, because I get the new figures all the time. And I'll be opening, I don't know if I'm opening Echo today or the Battle Droid. So to be able to take pictures, I usually take them in front of like Imperial walls, even if they're not in the Empire. Okay, so I'm going to move this. Thank you, Joshua XP, for following on TikTok. You can do some neat macro toy shots. Yeah, no doubt. I don't disagree. I'll be definitely putting it through its paces. It's, the thing is, I look to try to do, with anything I do, I try to get formulaic, right? Something that people can depend on. People can, you know, they can count on it. And even when I was doing a string, you could scroll back a ways on my Instagram feed. It's just it's a total variety show. I mean, hell, that's my life. But the toy photography just didn't land. Even when using the tags, it just did not land with anybody. So I was like, well, I mean, I enjoy it. I love doing it. I love taking these pictures, but you know, I'm doing it in a feed, and people don't necessarily want to see that from me. So I've got to, you know, I've got to accommodate that. I've got to keep that in mind. So I don't know if the toy photography thing works in that sense as much as I would like it to work. It's about finding consistency. And so with me, I really don't have any kind of consistency. I've got many interests. Hello. All right, here we go. We're gonna do the tech video tonight. Liz, thank you for commenting on all. Liz has commented, I swear, on every one of my TikToks. I'm on TikTok. Monsoon Josh, is that you, Joshua? See, I learned, like, I make my clips like 15 seconds long, and in order for you to get recommended on the like the recommended page, what is it, FYP? Is that what it is? For your something? I'm not becoming a superstar. Trust me, if I wake up tomorrow morning and there's like 10,000 people, I'm like, that's something I'm not expecting. That's something I'm not ready for on TikTok. But it gets recommended. You have to get people to, for a 15-second video, For You page, that's what it is. You have to get them to watch it all the way through. Not just you know, the first couple of seconds. They have to watch it all the way through. And the more people who do that, the more it gets accelerated on the For You page. So it's like, if those people like it, then it goes further, and it goes further, and it goes further. And that's how you grow on TikTok, right? It's about creating that video engagement and consistency. And I feel like being able to share quotes and inspirational quotes is very easy to do. It's fun. You know, people enjoy it. They get something out of it. Not quite educational, but something that's certainly motivational. So I'm very positive that is something I can continue to do, something that I wouldn't grow bored with, and something that people like. So, because as much as I would love to entertain, I'm more of a variety streamer in that sense. And then maybe at some point, you know, with a lot of followers on TikTok, I could go live on TikTok. I'd do that. Because let me tell you, I've never seen growth like that on a network, ever. Another streamer I'm on for said that 1 million TikTok followers is equal to 5,000 on YouTube. It wouldn't surprise me. It's just it's the level of engagement that I look for. So that's one of the reasons why I don't mind doing things on Twitch. I get way more engagement on Twitch than I ever did really on YouTube. And I know you're saying, wait a minute, Chris, there's only 49 people watching. I'm like, yeah, but we went through what? We almost got through a level 4 hype train today. Like that never happens on YouTube. Never happens. I would have killed for something like this back in the day of Ustream. It just wasn't viable, right? So, you like the Emperor guest host appearance? Well, that he comes aboard after we get through a level 1, so we leave the hype train leaves the station. I limit how much I watch on TikTok. If it's a very addictive app, well, that's... Gotta do it. Gotta try it. So, I'm going with something that people seem to like. Alright. Let's do this. Let me mute this. Do not disturb. Don't disturb me. You thought they were taking TikTok off the App Store? Must have been a hoax. No, it was just a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Alright, today's topic is why iPhone 13 Pro 120 Hertz. iPhone 13 Pro is iPhone 13 Pro 120 Hertz display screen promotion. Screen display is a big deal. Okay, I'm really bad at search terms, but I'm gonna talk about promotion. New video. Oh, the advice video has gone up. 120 hertz make Pokemon Go run smooth like it was on the Switch. Can't wait. Oh, I'm telling you, dude. I've been clamoring for this for years. So I'm just gonna call it vindication. Here we go. Let me flip over to the crusty clock. Oh, that's not what I need. This is what I need. Let's see if I can remember the TLDR preamble. Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Perillo, and you've tuned into the Locker Gnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short. And I'm here to talk about one of my favorite features ever to be released by Apple. Ever. I mean, going all the way back to when I first got interested in Apple's products. I wasn't always interested in what Apple had to provide, but I became a fan fast when I realized that the way they executed software was exactly what it was I was looking for. Keep in mind, that was back in the day, and I'm not going to say that my tastes have changed, but technology has certainly changed. That's the whole idea of technology. It always moves forward. And sometimes I find myself waiting for something to happen. And it's difficult for me to wait. And I see gaps in experiences that I feel don't necessarily need to exist. And I've had this as an issue for a number of years. And so anybody who knows me knows this very, very well. I'm totally into fluidity. That's the name of the game. Fluidity. And when something is not fluid, it's not fun. And not to say that everything that you use in relation to technology needs to be fun, but it takes you out of that moment. It takes the magic of technology and it just knocks you right back into reality. And that, to me, is a problem. I love what technology does for me, but I also want to enjoy the experience. I want to be lost in that moment, not lose my life, right? This is not my identity. But when I talk about fluidity, this is something that's very difficult to convey. It's been difficult, challenging to convey to anybody online. And some people have challenged me to do videos on the topic. You can't show something that's fluid unless you capture it in such a capacity and it's viewed in such a way that you can actually see the fluidity rather than lost frames. So let's say you record something on a screen that's broadcasting or displaying in 60 frames per second or at 60 hertz, right? If the video itself is encoded to be 30 frames per second, it's not going to look nearly as smooth, especially if the animation or what happens to be taking place on the display is running smoothly at 60 frames per second, 30 frames per second. Well, now we're talking about 120 frames per second, 120 hertz. Or Apple calls this ProMotion, one of the worst or best labels ever for a feature, because you try searching Apple ProMotion. you're never going to find the feature, right? So I've been pushing for years for more fluidity in software experiences because I've seen fluid experiences at 60 frames per second. And at one time, Apple had fluid experiences at 60 frames per second. That all changed with the inception of iOS 7. And honestly, it had not gone unchanged from that point on. It was really choppy from that point on, up and until the point when Apple released its first iPad Pro with ProMotion. That is, being fully capable, the screen, the display, being fully capable of rendering animations or motion at 120 frames per second. And if you're saying that you can't see the difference between 60 frames per second and 120 frames per second, I'd be shocked. Maybe you're blessed, and maybe you cannot see the difference. But I can. I can see the difference between 60 and 90 and 120. Now, you start getting past 120, and it's a law of diminishing returns, at least as far as my eyes are concerned. But when Apple released the iPad Pro with ProMotion, I was in. And it mitigated a lot of the choppiness that I had been experiencing up and until that point on the iPad. And I knew full well that eventually that technology would trickle down into iOS or the iPhone. And I'm not saying that all of the sloppiness and choppiness inside of iOS disappeared, it was largely mitigated. It did not disappear. I still have a laundry list of UI inconsistencies and UX snags with iOS and with iPadOS. But I will tell you this. When you start to use a screen, any screen, you use a PC, right? And you're just humming along, and then you buy a monitor with a high refresh rate because maybe you're into gaming, then you see the difference. You know the difference between 60 frames per second and 120 frames per second. This is a big deal. I really don't know why Apple didn't hammer this point harder. I mean, it would have sold more iPad Pros and potentially more iPhone 13 Pros. Because ProMotion is a big deal. This is what I've been, well, I can't say I've been using for the longest time. I've been using higher refresh displays on mobile devices as long as I could be using them at 90 frames per second. Let me tell you, 90 frames per second is a lot better than 60 frames per second. Absolutely. Again, you may be like, I don't see the difference. So Kurt Grosser, one of our mods here in the Twitch channel, because that's what I'm doing. I'm broadcasting this video live on Twitch as I'm recording it. He was thinking about getting the new iPad mini. And I said, no, take a look at the iPad Pro, specifically ProMotion. Like, you don't miss out on that. And he's like, are you sure? I'm like, just go and look. See it with your own eyes. This is what I've been driving for. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been clamoring for. Because it makes things more fluid. Like, demonstrably more fluid. And for years, I've had people write me off and say, you're just seeing things. Are you gaslighting me? Don't tell me what I see and what I don't see. Because I'm telling you, this is what has been needing to happen. And it's happening. It's happening. I'm excited. Because now, it's vindication. Because I've been saying this for years. You don't realize how choppy iOS is. And you won't realize it until you see it in 120 frames per second. And you'll see it more fluid. Not just because of the optimizations that Apple's made, because they have. They've gone deeper than just surface level stuff. But it's setting the stage for more fluidity in iOS. Closer to what I've experienced on iPadOS. Again, not perfect, doesn't resolve all my issues with the platform apart from it. But in terms of creating more fluidity, this is what I've been saying has been missing for years. And what I've been told isn't a thing, or people don't care. They care. They just don't realize they care. And you just wait. You wait until the array of reviews come out on the new iPhones. Because, I mean, we've seen the reviews on the iPad Pros before. But the new iPhones, specifically the Pros, with the ProMotion display, if anybody writes this off as, well, some people won't see it, they're missing the whole idea. They're missing the point. That's fluidity. That's what makes it magic. So I challenged Kurt, and he went into a store. I said, just look at a screen. Look at a ProMotion display, the iPad Pro. Look at the screen. And then compare it to an iPad that doesn't have ProMotion technology, that isn't rendering at 120 frames per second and animating in 120 frames per second, but the classic 60 frames per second, which has been outdated for years. I cannot tell you how excited I am about this feature. I'm excited that you can see it. I'm excited for you to finally see things the way that I see things, because he did the same thing that when he went in, did the side-by-side comparison. He saw it. He's like, oh my God, it's night and day. It's night and day. And now the old iPad looks choppy. Well, that's what it's looked like for years for me. Even without a ProMotion display, I can tell you it was just choppy. And now you'll be able to see it. Vindication! I'm glad Apple's doing it. I'm glad other companies have been doing it. And I'm glad to have used products from other companies who have been doing it. I run at 120 frames per second on my macOS desktop through an external monitor. Once you go 120, it's impossible to go back to 60. Impossible. You might be able to slide back to 90, but once you're at 120, you can't look back. There's no looking back. There's no turning back. I'm telling you, it is a big deal. If you were on the fence for any technology out there, I say push for as many frames per second as you can, because it will make your experience that much more fluid. Whether we're talking about a desktop PC or whether we're talking about a mobile screen, 120 frames per second, 120 hertz, It's a big deal. And you can't tell me I'm the only one who sees this. I bet you see it too. Okay, I started the timer a little late, so hopefully I did not run over. Okay, so let's see how far did I get? Let's copy that over to upload it to YouTube. The YouTubes are going to get it. Good recording run. Thank you very much. We're copying it over. We're uploading it to YouTube now, Joshua. See, Kurt, it's a perfect example. When you see it side by side, you can absolutely see the difference. And I've been seeing that for years. That's been my everyday. It's not just been, you know, oh, a ProMotion display didn't necessarily exist. I mean, I could see that for years. 120 hertz is the best thing ever to happen to smartphones. Totally agree. Completely agree. I'm giving Apple its due, but it's vindication. It's vindication. I saw choppiness before other people were calling it out. Choppiness. And you can see it. I can see it. People were calling me, nah, dude, I ain't having it, dude. I ain't having it. I ain't having it. It doesn't exist. People won't see it. I call BS. I call BS. They see it. And they see it when they use it and then trying to go back. They'll see it. They'll think something's wrong with their computer. They'll think something's wrong with their phone. You feel my passion about it? Because I believe in it. Alright, need to clip it. How far did I get? Oh, 9:30. Wow! Even without a timer, I came under. I'm glad I did it. I was like, I realized I stopped. I didn't do the timer. All right, let me get it clipped. You're gonna hear me again. Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Perillo. Here we go. Going live on YouTube. By the way, everyone, please feel free to comment on the new advice video tonight. I don't know if I got pasted into chat while I upload the new TLDR that we just recorded. So y'all can go onto YouTube and watch it again. Okay. Because that helps, especially uploading in the first hour. But you see, when a video uploads in the first hour, you got to comment. You got to watch it all the way through. You got to like it. Those are the metrics YouTube uses to further accelerate these videos. Otherwise, they don't go as far as they could. That's YouTube's engagement metric. Okay, uploading to YouTube now. I've even got the thumbnail for it. I think I got the thumbnail for it. I've even got a good thumbnail for tomorrow's, I think. Because I'm going to be answering a question that somebody asked in a comment. I thought it was pretty decent. Okay, selecting the files. iPhone 13 Pro, 120 Hz ProMotion screen display is a huge deal. That's a huge deal! I don't have any description, Liz. Uploading the thumbnail. Adding to the TLDR playlist. I think I've got all the other defaults set. Oh, come on. Next. Make sure I'm uploading to the right channel. I am. Monetization on. Monetization on. Add suitability. Submitted the rating. Video elements. Checks. I'll wait for Liz to do all this. Public. Taking it public when it goes. Publish. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. We got a rainbow. Aziz Rainbow. You think Pez Liz shared in the chat? Okay, so let's do rainbow. There's the rainbow for you. Taste the rainbow. Janky connection for a second there. Oh, no worries, Liz. I've got to go to. Okay, thumbnails uploaded. Oh wait, I gotta wait till it uploads and then I'll get it onto Twitter's. Yep, there we go. When not to stress. Is that tonight's advice video? I'm not even sure what I'm going to do for the video recording tonight, but those are all old uploads. Quite alright. Not old in a bad way. I was looking for software to use to do, like, when I do the photo comparisons between the Galaxy S, the S21 Galaxy whatever, and then the new iPhone. I needed some kind of side-by-side comparison tool. I think I'm just gonna go with the Windows Photo tool. I think that's what I did the last time, or even like dragging and dropping into an Edge Explorer session, because I want to do the photo stuff in a live stream. I want to do it from the desktop and screencast it while I'm broadcasting live on Twitch. It'll be kind of fun to do it that way, I think. It'll be different, I'll say that. Okay, let's go ahead and open the Advice YouTube channel. 262 subscribers. It's a slow climb. Comments on the new YouTube Advice video. Jesse Moreno's 8 hours ago on the last one we did about micromanaging. It's so true. It's hard to work with a boss or a friend who is always micromanaging. Every time. Thank you for that comment. Gregory Taylor. Once again coming in with the first comment on the new Advice video, When Not to Stress. Mark H&NC commenting 15 minutes ago, stress is like a credit card. You put yourself into debt into the future. Too true. Liz notes, I have to make lists to clear my head. It has to be down on paper to be remembered and processed. Everybody has to find their own way to do it. Thank you for being the voice of reason, says Michael Hoganson. Thank you for listening. Jesse Moreno notes, yes, on the new video, yes, one of my life problems, stressing about future events. Let it happen first. Let it happen. Then you can stress out about it. Kurt Grosser coming in and saying, some people are just natural-born warriors and will stress over the smallest thing. They're taking it all too hard. Okay, you're coming up with references I'm just totally missing. There we go. Okay, there's my reply. I totally missed that reference. Cassie Lowe. Oh man, I felt this one in my bones. I'm so guilty of worrying about tomorrow and not enjoying today. We'll confront that spaceship when it gets here, is going to be my new saying. That'd be a good saying. My Star Trek friend, live long and prosper, Cassie. I don't think she's watching on Twitch, but let me go ahead and get that link to everybody once again. In case you have not watched and commented, feel free to watch it all the way through, even at double speed. There's that. Thank you again. Got 2 YouTube channels that are being actively updated. A separate advice channel because I'm starting from scratch with just general life advice. And then it seems that I've gone down the rabbit hole of the tech crap again. And I say it that way because, I mean, I like covering a lot of things, but inevitably it doesn't matter what I upload to my old YouTube channel. The only videos that ever get any degree of attention have to do with tech. So I'm killing all birds with many stones. And I'm doing it all while I'm streaming on Twitch. So thank you for following there, Bringer PC and Unasu. Very welcome, very glad to have you here. And Davin the Geek, thank you for gifting a tier 1 month tier 1 sub. Man, that's just a mouthful. To somebody, Davin the Geek. Very, very, very appreciated if I missed that shout out. Alright. So now that other video is uploading. Let me check my analytics on the other one. Okay. It's going to be a very slow burn. The new Advice YouTube channel is going to be an incredibly slow burn. But I am doing the shorts there now too. So I'm doing shorts, and then in the evening, new ones go public. They go public. Night Chris, thank you so much, Pentaxenstein. My personal vlogs were awesome. Well, this is as close as it's ever going to be to a vlog. I don't think I could ever do a vlog again. I don't. It just takes so much time. I enjoyed doing it, but I mean, I got a lot of stuff that's happening, and especially with my day job, I can't. I don't have space for it. So the closest thing I can do at this point is just the live stuff. The tech video is what draw you into the channel. Oh, fair enough. Oh, TLDR is up. Everyone, TLDR is up. You know, here's the thing. With notifications on iOS, I hate notifications on iOS. Hate. Absolutely loathe notifications. Loathe. Especially by comparison. Like, notifications are garbage on iOS. I don't think iOS 15 is any better either, which is really sad. Yes, there we go. Checking. Oh! Checking my TikToks. Jesse Moreno commenting. Dude, Jesse Moreno, like, tons of comments here. Thank you so much. TLDR, the longest darn rants. Yeah, pretty much. That's why I cap them to 10. Thanks to the Krusty Clock. Speaking of Krusty Clock, let's go ahead and close that out. We do still have the advice video we need to do tonight. But let's go ahead and turn this back on for the time being. Boop. Yeah, this Stormtrooper turned out so nice. So Jedi was even saying, I think she would want a Crimson Stormtrooper, so I'm probably going to give her one of them. Man. This filament was just perfect for it. It's Crimson Trooper. Yay, I landed! Woohoo! Woot. Oh, I gotta get the link. Where's the TLDR? Where's TLDR? Ah! Give me a second, I will get the link. Content. Get shareable link. Here we go. There's TLDR, everyone. TLDR, TLDR, TLDR. Go watch. I know you just watched it. Watch it at 2x. Give it a like. Give it a comment. That'd be very helpful. I will reply to comments in just a second. I gotta get the. I gotta get it teased. There we go. Going into the comments now. Always a bad idea. Hey, our first comment, Greg. Well, you're right about iOS notifications are bad on iOS compared to Android. They're very frustrated on iOS. Oh, that was... Okay, that's an interesting way to comment on the new video, but I'll take it, Greg. Thank you so much. Yeah, don't get me started, Greg. There we go. New comment from Mark H and NC. Does TLDR stand for the longest darn rant? I'm trying to cap them at 10 minutes. Trying. It's trying being the operative word. Did the tags and working on something for the description. Thank you, Liz. The tags now should be completely empty. I set the defaults tonight. I changed a few things. So theoretically, those will be fine. Oh, thank you, Eliza Sweetheart. Elias Sweetheart. Sorry. For the stretch. Ooh, got a neck pop on that one. Wait, sorry, not Elias. Elia Sweetheart. I'm stupid. Thank you for putting up with me. Had to refresh the stream. Audio was kind of out of sync. Is it good? Okay, good. That's the worst thing you can ever say to a streamer, by the way. Is like, hey, I think there's something wrong with your audio. You'll get them going. Like, what? What's wrong with my audio? Oh, hang on. Yeah, it's okay. Danny, they can't see you. It's pointless. Yeah, but hang on. Did you see? Hang on. Look at the thumbnail. Look at the thumbnail. Oh, hang on. Ah. Give me a second. I can delete that. Here's the thumbnail. There's another one I'm like throwing them. I'll throw people off with that one tomorrow. No, I was like, I just needed to get his capture, and I'm like, why are you drinking my water? Thank you, but jeez, can I get a new cup now? You cannot be that parched. Don't. Alright, let's see here. Oops. Happy my Samsung S21. Yep. Me too. Jesse Moreno has the same phone, so. Oh, yeah. Diana cooties! Yeah, Diana has cooties. Do a what? What am I doing? A lizard? No, it was Liz. Fix him, dude, too. And Cini up. All the masters of the dad jokes. Okay, hang on. What you said lizard, and then you didn't, like, finish the thought. Why? What happened to the chameleon? Both of them? Yeah, there were 2 greens. She doesn't need one. It isn't an identical twin. I think Amelia wanted one.
She did?
She was the one playing with it, wasn't she?
Yeah, they were like fighting. Not fighting.
That's what I'm saying, but that's why they have 2.
No, but
All women have cooties. It's official. Someone said it on the internet. No, don't take them all. No, okay, I told you, open 1 bag of cereal at a time, otherwise it goes stale. And you open 3. No, there's no more questions. Wait, what do you mean, do I need any more questions? Is she in? Jedi's in?
yeah.
Streaming? Why is it awkward for you? Why are you making everyone feel awkward?
I'm staring at the chat.
Yes, you are. Hello, Mr. Neo Trip. This is what I'm printing tonight. Another Stormtrooper, a Crimson Stormtrooper, articulated. Because the first one turned out really, really, really well. I may be printing other figures in this filament because I was really, really happy with it. Very happy. I don't think so. Thank you for everything except drinking out of my cup. How would I not notice? You're all like... How would I not notice that? Tastes like Diana spit. Kurt Grosser says, Twitch says my Prime sub will be live on September 18th, but won't let me do it yet? Weird. ASMR water drinking. Don't do that. Good to know. Hey, Optimus Chimp. Print a whole chess set of them? Oh, that'd be pretty cool. This is a really nice filament. I did a Vader in this one. And Jedi, I was like, well, what about a... She wanted a Luke. And I'm like, a Luke in this? I'm like, what about a Stormtrooper? And the Stormtrooper came together so well. I'm so impressed with it. So I was like, I have to do another one of these. Because you can't have enough Stormtroopers. Just can't. You can't. That dude Ramon says, "Oh, Chris, I finally got to visit Galaxy's Edge for the first time a couple days ago. I was left absolutely speechless. I'll never forget approaching the Lingos in the Millennium Falcon. Ah! Yes! That dude Ramon. I told you. Game changer. You got a 3D printed chess set in the museum you worked at? Oh, nice. I have Dejeric. I have Star Wars chess. Not quite the same. Oh, we got 4 new comments, including from Luke. I am your channel. There's Edward Ferguson. Honestly, I don't know how we ever survived without 120. Right? Kurt Grosser. I plan to stick out with my 12 Pro Max for another year. Oh, man. Hang on. But after a full day with the iPad Pro with a ProMotion display, it's really hard. I'm going to pin your comment here. I was well aware of the benefits of higher refresh rates. I use 165 Hz on my desktop, but never looked into anything Apple does. I accepted Apple's stutters and slowness as just the OS becoming bloated over the years. I'm sure it's also part of the problem, but using 120 Hz display on iOS has ruined me. I can't see myself ever going back. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Liz says, I really didn't understand until I started using an iPad Pro. Painful to go back for some of my games. I bet. Matthew says, I'm interested to hear what you mean by UX and UI design inconsistency. I really don't know any. No, I'm not. How can I reply that? Oops. Over time. Alright, so now I gotta pin. Why can't I pin comments directly from the comments list? That's kind of annoying. Can I pin them on the back end? Yeah, I can. Okay, I'm pinning Kurt's comment. Liz has gone in and she's replying to other comments as well. Freeze stretch, Aziz random and AT-AT. Oh my god. Okay. Freeze frame. Oh, stretch. Aziz random. Wait, I gotta freeze. Sorry.
Woo! 79 shared X100.
Thank you so much for the cheer and the unfreezing. Beautiful, beautiful. This is, I have to blink. I can't do it. I mean, I don't know if there's any other way for me to take like a static shot in the screen. I wonder if I could do that. Stretch and Aziz during the freeze frame. Yeah. Okay, did I do it all? I got the at the chat. Oh, I didn't add the chat. That's what I was going to do next. At the chat. Okay, the chat has been added. That was tough. No, Joshua. I've been frozen for like, I think the longest was like 5-6 minutes, and I'm like, finally someone threw some pity bits. That's okay, Fix 'em Dude. You do plenty around here. Thank you very much for your enduring support. Un moment. Un momento. Un momento.
Kurt Grosser cheered X100. Fix 'em Dude cheered X100.
Thank you so much, Kurt. Very appreciated. Especially now after I've ruined your life. And I'm glad you did the Fix 'em Dude. So there you go, Fix 'em Dude. You have cheered vicariously. I would do it just like that movie where that bus is going around and they loop the video feed. I think the movie's called That Bus That Couldn't Slow Down. Something like that. Reminds me of the VCR board game of Nightmare when there was no blinking staring contest that lasts for 2 or 3 minutes. I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do that. I got Made by Google to reply to me.
Paceless cheered X100, Fixum Dude cheered 1 million.
Thank you so much for the cheer. Sorry, I'm replying to Made by Google. They replied to me, say, oh, sorry. Sorry, what do you like? I'm like, this isn't...
Eclipse Empire cheered X100. No More 3 cheered X100.
Hang on, we got a hype train again? Thank you, No More 3, and Eclipse Empire.
Paceless cheered X100, Hype Train you silly goose. Fixum Dude cheered 10 trillion 10 million 101,010.
That's a lot.
Mhokin 2499 cheered X100.
Second hype train. Are you guys going to be pulling in Palpatine? We'll see if we get out of the station. Joshua XP notes, I'm very happy with my 11 Pro Max, but the 5G access and 120 has you sold. Honestly, 5G is not, it's not a thing. It is a thing, but it's, I mean, I've had it in spots, but I've never said, my God, I'm so glad I'm on 5G. It's just, it's not everything I think it's been cracked up to be. But the 120 hertz. Wait for your phone provider to have it in stock. Yes. Yes. You must. Oh, great.
Paceless cheered X100. Fixum Dude cheered 12,345,678,900.
How many numbers? How far out does it go? How far out in terms of digits?
79 cheered X100.
Like, you know, trillion, cajillion, quintillion? How far out does it go? I'm kind of curious. Nah, you've piqued my curiosity. That's a big one.
Rover Texan cheered X1000. Listened to 8 hours of your VODs while I worked. Now I'm going to scream into a pillow to release the work demons.
Oh my God. 8 hours of my VOD. I didn't think anybody watched my VODs. Anybody. 8 hours? How did you survive? I couldn't listen to 8 hours of anything. I mean, I could, but me? Really? Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, at least you got work done. And my presence wasn't, you know, too interruptive. Now, if you'll have to pardon me. We're gonna get Perilotine on stage. I want to hear how this number's read.
Paceless cheered X100. Time for Perilotine. Fixum Dude cheered 123 quadrillion 456 trillion 789 billion 123 million 456,789.
Oh, I figured as much. I figured. Nice. You watched a bit of the VOD for the pre-order of the iPhone? Oh, nice. Okay, I'm gonna get Palpatine. We'll see how far we can take this hype train. Can we get to 5 this time? Can we do 5? Made it to 4 last time. Hello, my pitiful friends. I hope you are all doing well. Or not.
Mhokin 2499 cheered X100.
Who just cheered? Joshua, thank you. Did it do the Rufflecopter? Thank you, M. Hoken, very appreciated. Both you two. Did it do the Ruffle? I missed it. I didn't hear it. Oh, now I'm sad. Did it do the swoosh, 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 swoosh? It did not. Why? I wonder if it's because the words, if it was too long. Sometimes it trips and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why. I don't know how. Uh-oh.
Mark_and_NC cheered X100, or better yet, $77777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777.
Very generous. Unbelievable. That was fun. I did a dance. I wasn't expecting to do a dance, but it happened. Then I break a sweat because
That's already average, man.
Is it? Is it really, M. Hoken? Well, I'm glad to have enabled it for you. Give me a second. Let me see this clip that this did.
Joshua _XP cheered X100. When the Rofilcopter lifts off, it goes swoosh, 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 swoosh.
Worked that time.
No more 3 cheered X100. Choo 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 choo.
Yes. Choo 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 indeed. Something you should always do with your food and your hype trains. Thank you for following. We got a new follower.
Paceless cheered X100. Palpy needs to try his squatty potty. Also, Fixum Dude cheered 9,876,543,210.
I was told there would be no math on this test. Is that true? There was math? Whoa!
Eclipse Empire cheered X1000. Level up.
I guess level up indeed. You just shoved us, I think, straight into a level 3? Are we now in 3? Did we get to 4? 3 or 4? We're going to find out in a second. Level 2 is complete. I knew that. Are we partway into 3? Yes, partway into 3. Fantastic. And Fixum Dude appropriately getting a lot of the love.
Down with Hop cheered X500. A long time ago with an email I no longer use much. I was a sub to Locker Gnome. Enjoy.
Thank you, Down with OPT. Thank you. I appreciate that you remember Locker Gnome. It's still alive. Somewhat. It's not dead yet. Nope. I take that back. The blaster shot got it. Locker Gnome is now dead. It's been killed. Someone killed... Eclipse Empire killed Locker Gnome. Yep. It's gone now. Blaster shot out of the sky. Shame when that happens.
Paceless cheered X100. Meow 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 from Iskra the cat. Also Fixum Dude cheered 1,234,567,891,234,567.
How's that for timing?
Joshua _XP cheered X100. Where is CC Mike? Lol.
Oh, it's true. Where did they all go? Give me a second. Thank you. I had to tweet that. You accidentally subscribed to Knock Loam. Oh yeah, that you don't want to subscribe to that. Well, I just did post a new video to the vintage, the classic Locker Gnome channel. Yes, as it were. Yes, does anybody remember? Does anybody else remember? Here's where I posted it. Recorded it live on Twitch and then turned it around almost immediately. There we go, there's the link. The link, you can all go there. Yeah, Chris, you shut up. I'm talking now. Thank you very much.
Show me what you got.
Well, I'll show you what Chris got. He got a Star Wars Insider. Because that's what he is. A magazine dedicated to nerds. Like, hello. I mean, yes, he's not here right now.
Oh.
Yes. What'd you get? Yeah. Yeah, no, it smells funny. Smells very funny. Oh, yeah. Take that stinky popcorn out of here. Ew. Good, you're sharing it, because wow, that stinks. Oh, Daddy does not like the smell of ketchup. Blah! You're gonna make me throw up.
No more 3 cheered X 200.
Yeah, I don't like that smell at all. I don't like that. Yes, for real, I don't like the smell of ketchup. It's very pungent. It smells so bad. And I fart all the time. It stinks in here. Smells like ketchup farts. Oh, God. Oh, please, no. Make it stop. Thank you. Thank you, no more 3. Oh, thank you, no more 3 for the cheers. Oh, my God. No, get it out of here. Leave. Out. Go. Leave. This is a no ketchup zone. Go. No. Go. Damn you, Liz. I'm gonna force choke you for sending that ketchup sprinkled stuff.
No more 3 cheered X 100.
Thank you, no more 3. What?
It's what Liz sent it.
Yes, I know, it's what Liz sent.
Thanks, Liz.
No, thank you, Liz. No, no thanks. There's no thanks here. No thanks for Liz. Liz is the opposite. Liz gets no
Faceless
thanks.
cheered X 100. Ketchup is the best fix. Some dude cheered 56,979,596,856,859.
That's funny. Ugh.
And 79 cheered X 100. Well, love a dub dub.
Wubba lubba dub dub. I say that all the time. It's my catchphrase. Wubba lubba dub dub. You say that? Wubba lubba dub dub?
No.
What? I thought you wanted to you say things like that. Wubba lubba dub dub. Oh God, stinky! Stop! Stop! We're now in a level 4 hype train. So we made it almost as far as we did earlier. We made it all the way to the end of a level 4, but not quite to the 5.
Are you about to throw up?
Yes, in your popcorn. I'm going to throw up in your popcorn. You don't want that.
Faceless just gifted 1 subs.
Ketchup popcorn sounds horrid? You think it sounds horrid? Try smelling it! Never heard of ketchup on popcorn? Yes, it is very... Well, I'm not going to say it's weird. It's just not my thing. Now you made my hoodie smell like... Hey, could you...
You just threw up red.
Yeah, okay, you know that Jawa that we painted bronze, the 3D printed Jawa that's in the shelf on the stairs? It's the Jawa with the weapon. Could you grab that for me? I want to show it to someone here.
Joshua_XP_ cheered X 100. Jedi is learning to be one with the dark side of the Force like her father.
Indeed, she is Joshua XP. Nathan Bolt, any gifters? Don't forget your boy. Well, that's not usually how it works. Usually it's completely random. We have no control over it at this point in time. Thank you very much. I need to show this to the person whose husband, I gotta remember her name, collects the Jawas. So there is the Jawa figure. This is the bronze Jawa. Very nice. It turned out really well, too. So this is it. And I'm probably thinking of doing another one. And doing the other one maybe at half the scale of this. Same color. The print, yes. So this turned out really nice, I feel. No, the ketchup will not be with... I just had to get Jedi out of here. Oh my God, that stunk. You told your husband I might show... Well, of course. Of course I would show it. I promised. Is this not... I printed this. And I'm going to... now that I'm looking at it, I'm probably going to print another one at 75% the scale. We'll see how that turns out. I'll do that soon. But yes, I've got a giant Jawa 3D printed. I can smell you. Oh, stop!
Just popcorn.
No, it's not just popcorn. It's popcorn with stinky stuff. Stinky sprinkles. Ugh, get your stinky sprinkles out of here. I am trying to operate a level 4 hype train. I need total concentration. Oh, you got a screenshot? Great. And there's also probably a screenshot over on Discord now, too. Just in case. The Discord server is right there. It is possible that it was also capped by somebody else. Possible, maybe not. Because we kind of moved past the screenshot phase. He gasped and said, I want one. Of course. This was originally in a different filament color. And I just wound up spray painting it. Because I thought it would look better in bronze. Well, welcome to the rave. The train is definitely slowing down. 41 seconds left to go. At 34%, the hype train may have wrapped. We may have finished this hype train. Valiant attempt in getting to
Joshua
level 5.
_XP_ cheered X100. Now I know what the dark side of the Force hates. Popcorn and light trains.
Oh, I love popcorn. Just not with ketchup sprinkles. I love popcorn.
Just like Chris.
Yeah, come on, stop. Seriously.
Show me what you got.
Stop. I got a Jawa egg, a suga. Oh, Jedi, no. Jedi, no. No. Stop. Stop. No. I'm going to throw up in your bucket. I'm going to do it. I'm I did, just a little bit.
I'm still eating it.
Of course you are. Well, we made it this far through the hype train. I can't even see me because it's so dark in here. I am going to go ahead and leave you, give you some points. Or Perillo popcorn. Add points to all. We got through a level 3. So, there you go. Adding some to your account. Gamble them away. Yeah, I don't like it. No, Jedi, seriously, I don't like the smell. Diana, take this smell out of here! Can you turn on the lights? Thank you. There's just some smells that are just... Oh. I know, I got new comments. I'll turn to that in a second. Children are very smart. Especially this one, let me tell you. Smart ass. I did a clip here. You can't see me, though, because you turned off the lights. That would have been a good clip, too. Aw, Jedi, why'd you turn off the lights? We've got some new comments here, including from Anthony K, 120 hertz and slop.
79 shared X100. I am the walrus cuckoo caught you.
Give me a second. I love the 120 hertz screen on the iPad Pro. It feels great. Exactly. Tipu Master, 13 minutes ago on the new YouTube video, TLDR, says, of at least equal importance to the 120 hertz is that it can be adapted dynamically to content, like VRR if a frame is a bit late. Rather than waiting for a whole other screen refresh cycle, you can just shift the screen refresh to when the frame is ready, which makes it much smaller clunk, for a much smaller clunk when a frame drops. There we go. Matheson Steplock says 120 hertz is a big deal. I'm afraid to look at 120 hertz on the desktop because then I won't be able to use my main 60 hertz 4K monitor anymore, and games don't run that well at 4K 120 frame per second, at least on my 2070 Super.
I also seem to get frame tearing on my 60 hertz monitor. That being said, I just got an iPad Pro and it's just insanely responsive. I love the display. It's amazing. Like I've been saying. Refresh rates for the win. Glasses comes in 17 seconds ago. Now I'm feeling some buyer's remorse for getting that 12 at the beginning of the year. I use a 240 hertz monitor daily, and having 120 on my phone would be pretty nice too. Once you have it, you can't go back. Look at it in the store. So these people that say they can't notice the difference between 120 frames per second and 60 frames per second are just making a fool out of themselves. Try playing a first-person shooter game at 120 frames per second, then go back to 60. It literally feels so jarring. 120 hertz on the phone. iPhone is a big deal, and I agree Apple should have focused on it a bit more in the keynote. 90% of the general public doesn't even know what a screen refresh is or promotion. I've had it on Android for a while now. Can't live without it. Good new comments. Let's see how we're doing on the dash. 3 out of 10. Again, I'm not able to break past that. The top one for some reason. I mean, it just could be the time of day that I'm doing it. We're getting, on average, we're over 100 or over 1,000 views on these videos, which is certainly a start. A new start, if you will. Oops. Close that. I've yet to see anyone who can see the difference between 165 and 240. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, past 120, and it's kind of a law of diminishing returns for me. I do wish that Apple did have higher displays, or, like, in their... They will eventually, I'm sure, like, with Mac OS. In fact, it was concerning to me, because I was like, I really wanted to see Mac OS at 120 frames per second. And I was like, well, then I connected it to my external monitor that I drive, and then basically, during, like, when I'm doing the show, I've got the MacBook in front of me, and I drive, like, I operate on Mac OS. But then when I'm not doing the show, I basically have, it's just one system, and then I drag all the windows over to my high refresh desktop, and I do all my work on that. Thank you, Rare9, for following. Very appreciated. Welcome to the Play Shop. Did Rare9 say anything when they jumped in? BB Jen says, I am the walrus. Cuckoo. Just missed that. Sorry, I'm scrolling back. Jedi might learn a new sentence enhancer. Oh, no, trust me. She's said these things before. Being in Texas, if I had an Imperial Walker, I'd name it Walker Texas Ranger. Oh, it's a good idea. 10 hertz to 120 hertz adaptive. I don't know. Well, theoretically, if it's smooth, isn't there a limit on how high the human eye can see? I believe it. Like I said, though, it's 60 ain't it, 90 ain't it. It's difficult. I don't know if I could tell you the difference between 120 and 144. I don't think I could tell you the difference between 120 and 240. Or let me put it this way. I wouldn't want to, because if I did, then all I'd want is 240. You feel me? So I'm good at 120 for now. Isn't the refresh rate a human can see capped at 150? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's, to me, there's a difference between 90 and 120. There is. But 120 and 144, I don't think I can. You can tell the difference between 144 and 240 is because we're using 240. Very, very, very marginal return on investment there. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, past 120, I just feel like it's a bit much. I think it varies on how much coffee they've had. Oh, Mark, that's funny, dude. That's a good one. I miss coffee. I miss coffee so much. They need to wait 7 more minutes? Why? What happens in 7 minutes, Liz? Oh, yes, definitely. We always want to be followers-only mode. Oh, I see. Rare9 says, what are the chances? Just found your channel again on YouTube by accident and caught you live on Twitch. Awesome, Rare9. Yes. The cool thing is, Rare9, hey, Zach. Good to see ya. Happy belated birthday. Hope you enjoyed the raid and your birthday and all the Lego building that you did. Frame rate does never bother you. Used to 24 FPS films. Oh, my God. Oh, how could you say that, Marcus? I can see, like, with video, frame rate doesn't bother me. But when I'm interacting with technology, give me as much frames as you possibly can. I'm a high frame rate kind of guy. I would take a lower resolution and a higher frame rate any day of the week. I know I love resolution, love high resolution, but I've got, like, these monitors that I have are 2K. And I'm like, I'd rather have 2K at 120 than 4K at 60. Any day of the week. Any day of the week. So the cool thing is, Rare9, is now when I stream live on Twitch every night at 6 p.m., I record usually 2 videos. I do one video that's TLDR, like the tech stuff that some people still like. And then I do advice video for an advice video for a separate YouTube channel. I've got 2 of them. One of them I just started because I was like, I want to start doing more general life advice stuff that's a bit more evergreen than the technology stuff that's outdated by the time you publish it. And then I'm also on TikTok. I need to put the TikTok link in here, don't I? My TikTok, I'm at 348 followers now. What was I at the beginning of the broadcast? I think I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and I'm going to be... My prediction tomorrow morning, I'll be over 400. And one of these days I'm going to log in and it's going to just going to be this astronomical jump because of the algorithm. Every day I'm posting something motivational. Quotivational, if you will. You saw the YouTube app has a shorts tab, so they're pushing shorts. Yeah, they are, but Ethan's Dad 3D. I tried some shorts, and they got decent engagement. The content's good, but I'm better off putting those shorts in a smaller channel at this point. Am I still selling swag merch? I haven't done that in eons. No one would buy it. I don't have a designer on hand anyway, so it's very difficult for me to get anything designed and done in such a way that people would be interested in buying. I still have... My idea is to do like a pixel art series of stuff, but I don't have much of a drive because I just know there's not a lot of return on investment. Or hasn't been. No audio tonight, just wanted to see Chris's beautiful face. Oh, fair enough, Zach. Did we get a shout out for Zach? So many new followers. Speaking of, we're almost at 6,000 followers on Twitch. We're at 5,937. So about 63 to go. I think if I can predict, I think we'll top 6,000 by next Friday. I believe. You're sad, and you do a pretty good Stitch and Captain Picard voice on your TikTok videos. Well, you got to keep working. With TikTok, the trick is you've got to do something that catches people's attention, keeps people's attention, be consistent, have one thing. And of course, I experimented with my first TikTok videos. Hell, I even experimented with some of the first inspirational quote videos that I did. Wasn't sure what was going to stick. And I was just like, I like taking it out on the deck because I got the mountains and the trees behind me, even though it's going to start raining soon. So you're going to see some of those quotes in the rain. I saw you and him quoting in the rain. Mark Murphy says, YouTube needs to work on its algorithm for short shows variety, very monotone for me. Well, the problem is YouTube's all over the map. YouTube doesn't know what it wants to be. YouTube screws up channels like you wouldn't believe. I don't trust YouTube anymore. I don't. There's a reason I'm on Twitch. There's a reason I spend more time on Twitch. There's a reason I'm a big believer in what Twitch is. I'm more of a variety streamer. You look at my YouTube channel, and it was like I was a variety streamer. Back in the day, I was a variety streamer. TikTok works because it knows what it is. YouTube doesn't. YouTube's just chasing the flashing objects. That's it. Oh, I love the rain. Love the rain. I saw you and him. Expect rain around 9 p.m. apparently. That's what my notification says. Hey, I like that handle. The only Kenobi. Thank you for following. Welcome to the Play Shop. Welcome aboard. Welcome. Welcome aboard. You are very welcome to be here. I welcome you. Live.perillo.com. I wonder where that domain points to these days. Where does live.perillo.com point to? If only we knew.
You'll have to pardon me.
Hang on. This is Liz.
Perillo team on stage. I want to hear how this number's read.
Thanks Liz cheered X100. Time for Gorilla Team Fix Some Dude cheered 120.
That's okay. So I don't know if that's a. For me to post it on Twitter, what's the hook, Desandu Tech says, oh great. 8 minutes ago. Look at that. I'm not joking, everyone. We got a Chanix Bro fan. So I always question mark, like, huh? That's what I always post. Like, if someone says anything about Chanix, bro, it's a question mark. Immediate question mark. What a great way to put it. YouTube's just chasing the flashing objects. Joe WTG, it's not a lie. YouTube doesn't know what it's doing. It didn't know what it was doing with live video. It barely knows what it's doing with recorded video. And now it's chasing shorts. They implement these features in a half-assed way. And creators end up having to pay the frickin' price. How goes it? It goes well. I have a 3D printed Jawa. Ooh, teeny. And I also have a 3D printed Stormtrooper. Ooh, trooper. Whoa, nice,
Zach
Zach!
Rotledge gifted the Unlike Nobi a subscription. Zach Rotledge gifted a tier 1 sub to the Only Kenobi. They have given 100 gift subs in the channel.
So, we're 340 out of 500 subs, which is outstanding. We're on our way for September. It's going to be a good month, I feel. A really good month. There's Big Jano commenting on the latest advice video. You can do it. You can do it. Big Jano, thank you for the comment. Luke, I am your YouTube channel, aka Edward Ferguson. Comes in with a good quote. The truth is that stress doesn't come from your boss, your kids, your spouse, traffic jams, health challenges, or other circumstances. It comes from your thoughts about your circumstances. Andrew Bernstein. I might use that as a quote. I might.
Kurt Grosser just resubscribed for 7 months. 7 months in and all I got was a 120 hertz addiction.
Come on, you gotta admit it was worth the price of admission. You have to admit. Kurt, you have to admit it was worth the price of admission. Joshua, I'm using a Prusa Mini. I've been 3D printing something different on it every day since February. Middle of February is when I got it. It's a review unit. Probably one of the best review units Prusa ever sent out because it's basically advertised every day. I've got so many people into 3D printing lately. You remember the old days when I stream on Ustream back in the day? It's been a good min. Oh, yeah, it has. But the good news is, the Only Kenobi, I am still here, still producing videos, still doing live stuff, and Star Wars pretty much every damn day. It was well worth the extra cheddar. I'm telling you, dude. Telling you. Feel free to pop over to the Discord server if you are so inclined. Used to introduce Palpatine in the beginning of a hype train. Now we have to get to level 2 before that happens. Yeah, it's more of a, think of it as a motivator, right? So, yeah, Palpatine can jump on for, you know, in the beginning. Is that you, Robert? Is that you? I'm not sure. I think it's Robert who's asking that question. Good to see you, Robert. Virtually, at least. What have you been up to? So, my feeling is like, okay, let's see. What can I do to help motivate everyone to get past level 1? What is it likely... What is the most likely way of doing it? Well, the Palpatine is fun. But if he comes out in the beginning, it's like, you gotta build up to something. What's the build up for? What is it? What are we driving for, right? So I was like, alright, he'll come out at level 2. It's a thing. He either does or he doesn't. I don't know, I'm just farting around. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. You don't have to like me. That's not an internet rule. There's nothing that says, in order to be online, you have to like Chris Pirillo. That rule doesn't exist. New here? Really? Are you sure you're new? You're not new here. If you were new here, you wouldn't know that. You're not new. You wouldn't have the context if you were new. If you were new, it would be new to you. But you're not new. That's how you were able to draw upon the past. Do you think I just got online yesterday? Okay. Tell me enough. Pull the other one. Pull the other one. I didn't understand what Monty Python meant when they said that. Pull the other one. Pulling a leg, right? Pull the other one. That's what they're saying. That's what they mean. Oh, I got a couple more here. Low-level hype trains have merit too. They all do. And everything is appreciated. Alright, so... let me pop into comments. Oh, I must have already replied to that one. Works for me. Ah. Good news is these legs will be done soon. Hang on, I gotta look over here. 7 minutes. Well, I'm running
What
a
we
little
do
late
is
on
if
the
we
advice,
need that
but
extra push over the cliff, you know what we do?
Put it up to 11.
11, exactly. One louder.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
why? You can't just stop at 10. What's the point? What's the point? You can't. Who stops at 10? Who does that? Alright, give me a moment. Thank you so much, Zach. That is pretty much your sound effect. It's the reason it exists. Thank you, Mr. Matt Darnell. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Play Shop. It's the fact I can't I can't hear. Sorry. Zach can't hear right now, and yet I make the expressions much more enjoyable. Zach. Rutledge. Zach. Rutledge. The number needs to end in 5 or 0, or it's OCD inducing. You think Chris and Jim Carrey tied for most expressive face? Jedi is going to, trust me, Jedi is going to kick ass and take names. I think she is built for TikTok. Or like any of these social media things. She's going to do it. Like, she is going to be so entertaining. Seriously. So I'm going to do everything I can to enable her. Me, I'm just some old dude who 3D prints Star Wars stuff and shows off Star Wars things and records videos and does these inspirational quotes that people listen to on TikTok. 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 Why is that song in my head? Why? Why, Anakin? Why?
Zach Rutledge gifted Maniac 25 a subscription. Zach Rutledge gifted a tier 1 sub to Maniac 25. They have given 101 gift subs in the channel.
Good job, Zach. Thank you so much. RC Maniac. Welcome back to the crowd. You looked away? Oh. You shouldn't have looked away. That was your mistake. Actually, maybe that's what made it happen. So anyway, I want to get back to the Marcus here, because Marcus, 24 frames, you can't, what are you doing that for? You can't tell me, oh my god, no! High refresh rates for all. Everybody must have refresh rates. It's not exactly how it goes. Everybody must get whatever. Thank you for following. Really appreciate it. The Paradox 116. Welcome to the Play Shop. I'm just about to finish printing the Stormtrooper. Good to see you, Dark Toy Lord. The Stormtrooper from yesterday turned out very nice. The articulated Stormtrooper. Boop, 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 boop. I also showcased, I don't know if you were around when I 3D printed the Jawa. Someone's husband collects Jawa, so I had Jedi pull this from the shelf. And I'm thinking about printing more of these at a smaller scale. Like, this is 100%, I think. So I want to print it smaller than this next time and bronze it again, because it turned out really nice bronze. Like, really nice. Like, I like it a lot. That red would be awesome for Imperial Guards. I've done, I don't know if I did it in this red or another red. But I've done Emperor's Royal Guards in a red before. Although they didn't have like a full-on Emperor's Royal Guard. I couldn't find anybody who designed one specifically. Great looking Jawa. This color's spray paint though. It was originally a different color. And it was no supports. So that's why I know I'd be able to print it pretty easily again. Just make sure the head doesn't pop off. What? Which head? The Jawa? Sure, it's nice, but it's psychology. You really don't need any more than 60. Yes, you do! High refresh rate, touch sensors are more important. Well, I don't disagree with you there, but you do need more than 60. You do. You do. I'm not talking for video. I mean, like, for interacting with computers and screens, you absolutely need way more than 60. Way more. Way more. I believe it. Alright, Oop, bleeding. Oops. Sorry, I'm replying to... Oops. The YouTube comment. Someone commented and says, I'm surprised that phone still exists without 120 hertz. And I replied and said, it's definitely a bleeding edge feature that everyone deserves. I do believe that. Everyone deserves it. Thank you, funny yet insensitive, which is how I'm often described. So, we may have been separated at birth. You and I, funny yet insensitive. Seriously, I mean, like, do we know each other? How do we know each other? Like, seriously, we must know each other. Because I've been called you several times. Liz asks, what phone do I have? Now I have no idea. Oh my god, what am I on right now? I'm on a Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra Premium Pro Plus Platinum. And the Trooper is done. Waiting to be assembled, but I do want to crank out the advice video to get that done. Hey,
Coda120 just resubscribed for 7 months.
Good to see you. Oh, Coda120, you reminded me of something. Oh, I was going to tell you, you in your comment on the advice video yesterday, you were asking about project management stuff. Monday.com. Monday.com is like the ultimate. And if I could get anybody and everybody to use Monday.com for task management and project management, I would. Monday.com. Oh, I forgot the 5. Of course I forgot the 5G. I forgot about that. Samsung Galaxy Ultra 5G Plus Premium LTE millimeter wave Platinum Pack Plus Pro Premium. God, even look, iPhone 13 Pro Max. 4 frickin' things. 4 frickin' things. Samsung Galaxy S21 5G Ultra. 5! What? Oh, it's still here because I haven't taken it yet. I will. Just leave it there, I will. I'll take it. Do not worry. Monday.com, Coda. Trust me, it'll spoil you. Android does have good names. Pixel is a good name. I'm kind of perturbed that it's going to be like the Pixel 6 Pro. Like, I know why they have to do it, but it's just like, three things is just too much. Like, it should be like Pixel 6P or something. Like just make them short. Make them simple. That is the Star Wars magazine, Star Wars Insider. Those are some Star Wars comics. Weapon of the Jedi. That is Sonic the Hedgehog. It's a video game. It's a fun comic we could read. We could read it. Just be careful. Oh, Hapabor's in that one. Nice. Looks like Luke. A Hapabor from The Force Awakens. Hapabor. Yeah, I don't know any of the other characters here because I haven't read the comic yet. Just be very careful with the pages.
Why is he in stone?
Don't know. Haven't read it yet. Do not know. You want to read it with me?
Do not know.
Do you want to read it with me? Not right now, but
Ooh.
I know, pretty cool. Turned out really well, didn't it? So I'm printing another one too. So you can get one, I can have one. Here, hang on. Are you gonna put it with your other figures? Alright. Then I'll put this one together for me, I think. I hope. It'll come together. That one came together really well. I was really happy with it. Okay. Can I help you? Yes. Yes. I need to do another one of those video things though, so I'm gonna need to give my full attention.
Why?
Well, because I haven't done it yet.
Why?
Because I haven't gotten to it yet.
Why?
Because I hadn't had time.
Why?
Because you're still here.
Why?
I don't know. Why are you still here? Only you can answer why. I can't answer why. You have food on your mouth there somewhere. Were you eating chocolate?
No.
Really? Because it looked like chocolate.
No, there's
Yeah, it was chocolate. Was mommy giving you chocolate?
We don't have chocolate.
Was mommy giving you chocolate?
No, we don't.
So if I go and ask mommy why she was giving you chocolate? Okay, no, I'm gonna record something. No, it's fine. Yeah. Okay, honey, I gotta do the thing. Remember I said I gotta do this? I gotta do this. Gotta do this, because I want to wrap up. No, honey. Jedi, you already had your little bowl. She's trying to get more cereal. Trust me, she's gonna try to get the cereal. Hagar the Great. Zach recommended trying for affiliate. Okay, Hagar the Great. We will rate him, but we're not there yet. I'll put him on in the background. Hagar the Great. Okay, if he's trying to go for affiliate, we can help him. Canadian Street. He's Canadian too. Ooh, oh, look at that! Star Wars Black Series, and G.I. Joe, and Lego, Hot Wheels, comics, G1 Transformers, toy photography. Oh my God! This guy looks awesome. Wow, yeah, absolutely, Zach. Yes. Look at that. Yes. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, wow.
Joshua _ XP _ cheered X100. Whisper, she can hear you whispering.
No, she can't. Nope. Didn't happen. Yeah, Hagar the Great. He's who we're gonna raid. Dude, I love toy photography. G.I. Joe 6-inch figure. So he likes the 6-inch stuff. I like the 3 3/4-inch stuff. That's funny. And the Hot Wheels I just unboxed the other day was the special Darth Vader special edition Hot Wheels car. This is the third one I got because I didn't want to open one of the box, didn't want to open one for the package, and then I wanted to have one open. It's so funny. It's so funny. Okay, we're gonna do the advice video now. I have a new BFF. True. This is true. Okay, what advice are we laying down tonight? Let's see here. What do I got? That's my quote for tomorrow. Unlock the power to change your mind. This is difficult to do. Okay. That's the one we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and flip on the advice view. Probably need to do a keyboard shortcut for that at some point too. Get rid of those. Go over to the crusty clock. Now this time I'm gonna hit start. This is the advice video. Unlock the power to change your mind. Here we go. Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Perillo, and I love sharing my thoughts, my opinions, my perspectives, my ideas, my advice with you, and hopefully you enjoy listening, and if you disagree with me, or if you think there's a better way of approaching the topic, feel free to comment. I'm interested in your experience as well, because that helps me refine not just my approach, but my understanding of a particular subject. One size definitely does not fit all, but I wanted to talk today a bit about something that's easy to talk about, but also difficult. And I've had a certain experience over and over and over, it seems, that many people may not have. And that is having changed my mind, having changed my perspectives, having changed my outlook, having changed. And I'm saying that it's been a problem for me, not because I've had a problem when it's come to having changed my mind about one thing or another. It's that other people seem to have had the problem when I've changed, because they've expected me to be something, always something, that I could not be. And that's a problem. It's their projection of themselves onto me which creates the problem when I feel the need to change my mind. And so I'm going to talk about a couple things here. One, you need to learn how to change your mind. How do you change your mind? Well, listen to your heart. I mean, not just physically, with a stethoscope, but your heart's going to tell you when it's time, because you're going to feel this conflict. You see this happen in movies all the time, right? The character gets a change of heart because they had a different experience, and those experiences shape you. And if you aren't listening to what your heart tells you, to what life has given you, if you're not seeing it, then you're missing out on an opportunity to grow. To change is sometimes not easy, but in many cases, the change is just going to happen. It's going to come naturally. You're going to find yourself in a different part of your life. You're going to find yourself surrounded by different circumstances. You're going to have different experiences that have brought you to a different point. And if you refuse to accept that, then you're refusing your presence. You're refusing your future. You're living firmly in your past. And when you do that, you're living a life that just doesn't exist anymore. You're living in a time that's never coming back. And I totally get it. Like, I love waxing nostalgic all the time. People, know that I do. I love retro. I mean, for me, retro, right? Back then it was modern. One person's modern is another person's retro. And eventually, modern will be someone else's retro. So I know that there have been times I've put something out there, and because I've had a very public experience with my life, at least as far as the world is concerned, having, come along into the internet in my formative years as an adult, as it really wasn't around when I was a child, I put my passions and interests out there. But over time, they changed. And what people associated me with changed in my life. Its importance changed for me. And then certain things that I was always interested in kind of came to the forefront again. Things that people didn't realize I was interested in as much. So when I felt that need to change, because my heart was telling me I needed to change, my heart was telling me the things that you were once interested in, you're no longer interested in, it was easy for me, but it was challenging for other people. So when other people change their mind, they have the right to do that. They have the right to change their heart if that's what their heart is telling them. And we're talking about constructive things. We're not talking about destructive things. We're not saying that they've changed their mind and they're just going to blow everything up and then all hell's going to break loose, right? No, we're talking about something that's generally a progression of character, generally a progression of your life in such a way that circumstances change you. Because if you continue to refuse it, you're just going to be in continuous conflict with yourself. And that's going to make you very unhappy, because your mind may be telling you that you're unable to change your mind. Why? Who's telling you can't change your mind? On a topic, on a subject, on a passion, on an interest, on something that you thought once defined you. If you don't change your mind, you're not living in the moment. You're keeping yourself from living your best life in that moment, because your best life a year ago is not your best life today. 10 years ago, not today. It doesn't matter what you're changing your mind about. Even if you were associated with that one topic, one hobby, one passion, one interest, if you no longer have that interest, what are you doing? Like, if you just continue to go through the motions, why? For other people's sake? You have the right to change your mind, and other people have the right to change their minds as well. Do not hold someone to the person that they were when you knew them, who they were a year ago, 10 years ago. They've changed. And honestly, you should have changed as well. Not in grand ways necessarily, in very small ways, but certainly change comes to us all. And part of that is a change of mind, a change of heart, a change of direction, change of interest. But when you lock yourself down and refuse to move on a subject especially when people are giving you new information, new perspectives, you're keeping yourself from growth. And if there's a goal in this game of life, it's to achieve as much growth as you possibly can. And, of course, accrue as many Star Wars figures. I know you can't take that with you either. But, you know, it's fun to do while you're around. So, obviously, I'm joking. Well, maybe I'm not joking about the Star Wars figures. I love them. Always have. Always will. But the funny thing is, a few years ago, people had no idea. Because I didn't necessarily, revel in it as much as I do now. But I still enjoyed it. I still loved it. I still collected. It was still very much a part of my life. It's just that people knew me as one type of individual that I really wasn't anymore. I changed. I admit it. I changed. And then when people hold me back, they hold me back, expecting I'm going to be the same person with the same interests as I had 5 years ago. That's unfair to me, because I'm a human being. I'm not a piece of plastic. I'm not a Star Wars figure. As much as I love Star Wars figures, I could reminisce about this. This is a modern figure. It's not vintage, don't get me wrong. But I could reminisce about this, and I could enjoy it. And it's never going to have to change. It never will change. It's a piece of plastic and cloth. But a human being, not a piece of plastic or cloth. When you don't let them change, when you hold them to the person that they were, that they no longer are, it's going to create frustration in you and especially them. Can't tell you how frustrated I get. I'm not going to say angry, just there's an extreme degree of consternation when people reminisce about one moment in time that happened 20 years ago in my life, as though everything about me was defined in 3 seconds. And that's not fair. It's not right. And I can't necessarily say that in the moment because they're reminiscing and they're having a happy moment. But the thing is, I don't want to relive that moment over and 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 over again. But that's what happens because it's this common moment that keeps coming back. I'm like, dude, I don't know what to say. I've changed. Happily changed. I'm a better person, I believe, than I was a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I'm different. I mean, it's the same way with all the choices we make. You know, people, they believe that if you like one thing that you're going to like it forever. That's not always going to happen. That's upset other people more than it's upset me because of the things that I was associated with. They thought that it was always going to be that way and we would always share that common bond, but that's not how people work. People's minds change. People's hearts change. People's directions change. People's interests change. People's circumstances change. People's focus change. So you have the right to change your mind. I'm giving you permission to change your mind. And I'm also telling you to give other people the ability to change their mind. Because you don't want to mess with somebody else's life like that. It's not right. And you may have done it inadvertently, but just keep that in mind the next time you reminisce or you believe that someone's going to be the same way that they were when they were 18 years old or 28 or 38 or 48. Because it's just not how it works, or it's not how it should work. I implore you, continue to expand your perspectives. Continue to expand your mind, your understanding. Listen to people. Learn new things. Not always easy to do, I get it. Now that I'm just shy of 50 years old, I'm doing my best to stay young at heart, or as I like to say, being a kidult. I had no other way of ending that. Where'd it go? There we go. No available windows. There we go. Alright. Recorded in the can. Gotta clip it and upload it, throw it in the queue. It's good stuff. Water. And now they've got me hungry for popcorn. I'm totally gonna make popcorn tonight. Totally gonna make popcorn. Alright, let's go ahead and check YouTube comments, although I'm not sure any new ones have come in. I'll probably have to jump in tomorrow morning. Erwin Del Martin I can't even say his name. How do you feel iOS is 120 FPS compared to Samsung's phones and tablets? Samsung Ultra, Tab Plus, or do you just stick with iOS? As I said in my prior video, I'm on a... You didn't watch? I'm on a S21 Ultra now. It's smooth. There we go. Alright, so now we've got our raid target. This is Hagar the Great. BB Jen, thank you for listening to the advice. It's definitely not going to have ketchup flavoring. You've been 25 or 22 years now? Ooh, Unimatrix, that's awesome. I wish. Never heard of Monday.com, but it sounds useful. It is, but you got to have a team of people to take advantage of it. Did that copy over yet? It did. Let's go ahead and clip that out. Just going to process this. I'm going to stage the raid. You're going to hear me say hello, Galaxy, as I... Hello, Galaxy, I'm Chris Perillo. No, that was too close. Hello, Galaxy, no, I'm... Too close. Hello, Galaxy, I'm Chris Perillo. I'm clipping too... How am I clipping that close? Hello, Galaxy, I'm... Now I'm too far. Hello, Galaxy, I'm... come on, Chris. Hello, I gotta do this differently. Hello, Galaxy, I'm Chris Perillo. Forget it, that's how it's gonna be. Sharing my thoughts, my opinion. Being a Cadult. Okay, I'm gonna try that beginning one more time. Hello, Galaxy, I'm Chris... Close enough. Exporting as... What am I titling this? It's okay to change your mind. It's normal to change your mind and heart. Why it's normal to change your mind and heart? I don't know what title. I'm bad at SEO, which explains a lot. Chris, why do you suck? I don't know. I don't know. Ask Peter. What the friggity? Bloop. What's up? Probably raid another guy who does toy photography, collects Transformers, Star Wars figures, G.I. Joes. We've got to upload the advice. Create upload video. Create upload videos. Upload videos. Life advice. No description here. No thumbnail. Life advice. No thumbnail, so I'm going to have to do that thumbnail too. All the overlays. This is going to go private. This is going to have to process. I can do the thumbnails as soon as I know how many... Okay, so that's going to be 7% upload. Okay. We have now done the 2 videos for the evening. Oh, wow, 8:39. Wow, it's a long broadcast, but we did have 2 hype trains, so I'm very happy about that. Ooh, why do I have red? Red is not a good color in the broadcast tool. You don't want red. Need more toy folks in your subs list? Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Dark Toy Lord. I do have toys, but it's just like, toys is not the only thing I do. You know. I tried doing just the toy thing, but with the new iPhone, it's got the macro photography. I may end up just, like, with the figures of the day. I didn't open my figure of the day. Okay, Dark Toy Lord, I'm going to give you a choice. Which figure? I'm going to give Dark Toy Lord the choice. He deserves it. Which one am I opening? Am I opening the Battle Droid from Mission Fleet or Tech? Which one? I guess the Tech Wave Black Series figures is out too, although I haven't seen them. I think I've got my box pre-ordered. Still wondering about the record, though. Hollywood N3D suggested that he might be able to send his to me when he gets it in. A duplicate, because he's opening all his. Tech? Fair enough. Asked for tech. See, people, they're like, Chris, why don't you talk about tech? Fine. Look at me. I'm talking tech. Tech is awesome. Tech's the best part of the Bad Batch. That was the worst part of the sentence. Actually, Omega was the best part of the Bad Batch. But Tech, easily my favorite part of the core clones in the Bad Batch. Because he is so smart. I talk about Tech all the time. Chris, why don't you talk Tech? Freaking Tech. His name is literally Tech. Don't ask me why I'm not just tearing into this box, because I'm not going to keep it. There we go. Maybe I think it's just going to be a bit easier to open. Instructions for the ATRT. Some assembly required. Tech! Tech! Hello, I'm Tech. I'm Tech. Tech. Thank you, HPad, for following. Welcome to the Play Shop. Just talking tech. Huh? We've got tech. We got tech around here. Tech. Where's his accessories? Where's his accessories? Where the hell did they go? Where's his accessories? Where's his tools? Where the hell did they go? Oh, they're in a baggie. Okay. I was like, where'd they go? Got to assemble my ATRT. You're still in advice view. Oh, thank you, Kurt. Appreciate that. I'm no longer in advice view. Sometimes you have to remind me. We need K2SO. We need a lot. We need all the things. One thing I don't need is another ATRT. I don't know, they're not my favorite. I've got so many of them, it seems, from over the years. ATR, ATRT. Find them thrifting. I am Tech. Accessories, aka choking hazards. Especially if they get lost. Those are the worst. Oh, got our missile. Weapons. Ooh, he's got some small accessories here. He's got like a spanner. What the hell is this? Oh, as it goes on, it mounts on the side. The cannon. Yeah, cannon. Is this cannon? It is cannon. So we got the ATRT right there. ATRT, ATRT, DTTT, ATRT. Get all the stuffs and buy all the things. I do my best. With Star Wars, yeah. You don't have to tell me. Then we got Tech. Tech has got his backpack. And he's got his little computer. Monoculars? Oh yeah, macro binoculars maybe? Is that what that is? Doop-de-doo, 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 doop-de-doo. Doop-de-doo, 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 doop-de-doo. Doop-de-doo. Doop-de-doo, 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 He comes with all the accessories. Boy, I kind of wish he had a way to stow the macro. This is like super tiny here. Super teeny tiny. And there's no way to stow the accessories anywhere, which kind of sucks. Because these things are going to get lost. They're so going to get lost. Okay, so, make sure I didn't lose anything. Oh, yeah, whoa, there's another one in there. Like I said, very, very small. Easily lost. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Da-da-da-da, that's okay. Da-da-da, 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 that's okay. That's okay.
Joshua
that's
underscore
almost
XP underscore cheered X100. Have you seen the new Tix clocks?
There are new Tix clocks? Hang on. For real? There are new Tix clocks? I didn't know that. Didn't need the instructions, but that's okay. I've got to assemble the Stormtrooper, and we're going to raid. I've not seen the Tix clocks. If you have a link, feel free to drop it in. We're going to raid Hagar the Great, who's going for affiliate, so it looks like we're going to be pushing him. Let's go ahead and raid. Oh, no!
Sith Lord underscore Brit rated my stream with 23 viewers.
Sith Lord Brit, I love you so. Shout out to Sith Lord Brit, SLB for short. You got me first. Well, that's okay, Sith Lord Brit. I'll hang for a tiny bit. 3D printed everybody, just so you know. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the Play Shop. Brit, I hope you had a good stream. I printed a second one of these. This is the first one that I printed last night. A fully articulated Stormtrooper. Jedi wanted one, so I thought I want one too. And it came out really nice. This semi-translucent crimson type of red. And so I ended up doing a second one that I've not yet begun to assemble. Shouldn't take too long. And that way Jedi will have one of these for herself, and I will have one for myself, and we all win. Wow, I'm still streaming. I know, it's a late night. And I remember how I used to stream for a long time, and then for a while I'm just going to wrap it up quick. So now it's 9 o'clock, because I'm doing 2 videos a night now. The tech one, and then the advice video. Did both of them. They're both in the can. One has been published. You think the Stormtrooper kind of misses the mark? No! Whoa! The Zouave. That's good. That's good. Thank you for following the Doomslayer with a BFG. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Play Shop, one and all. What were you up to tonight? Were you playing? Were you cosplay building, Brit? Were you playing the game? What is it? The Old Republic? Knights of the Old Republic? I never got into any of those games. No, you play the Old Republic. Knights of the Old Republic was different, right? Oh, you did more work on the Predator. That's it's the best sound I can make for the... You are one ugly mother. Tix clock. Really? No, really? There's a new Tix clock. Okay, it is the Old Republic. So, SWTOR? Oh my god, there is a new Tix clock. Oh my god. Is this... What? Modern implementation of the original concept. RGB LED color matrix, selectable brightness, battery backed up real-time clock, liquid crystal display, takes 2, powered by standard USB, connected to your desktop. Wow. That's wild. Oh my god. No, I mean, my old ones still work. I probably am the only one in existence who still has the old Tix clocks. That's awesome, though. The guy who does Optimus Prime did voice for Predator. I did not know that. Cullen? What's his name? Cullen? Peter Cullen? Peter Cullen. Autobots. Transform and roll out. Yeah, I never played KOTOR. The remake may pull me in, though, because enough people liked it, and if they remake the gameplay, I wasn't big on the game mechanics. Like, I was like, as soon as I played it, like, oh, everyone was saying, oh, play KOTOR, play KOTOR. I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And I'm like, I do not like these mechanics at all. So yeah, I will be avoiding it likely if it's the same mechanics. If they're new mechanics, if they reboot that, then absolutely. That song is now in my head. It's never coming out. It's never falling out. It's never falling out. So let's see here. In their defense, you don't like a lot. Me? Well, I don't. You're right. I'm not a gamer. Alright. So while Britt is here, since she did the raid, I'm gonna pop apart the Stormtrooper print here. You were shocked to see the new Tix clocks as well. Would I get one? I don't know. These are fine. There's nothing wrong with what I've got now. So I'm inclined to say no. I probably wouldn't get one. You have a print project for me? Oh, okay, yeah. What? What? What would you do if I print out a tune? Oh, yeah, you see, you get the full view. Because I was messing around with the zooms yesterday when I was showcasing that this is the iPhone. I need to, if I... This is the elbow cam, right? But I can zoom it in. Oh, come on. There we go. Telephone. Boop. There we go. Much less. Much better. I can move that out of the way. Thank you for following Yasso DK. Welcome to the Play Shop. I'm just ready to, well, I was getting ready to raid, but then Sith Lord Britt raided me, so I wanted to welcome all of her awesome community here. Nice keyboard, I agree. Of course. The only thing that's missing from that keyboard is backlight. Like, backlit keys. You did a super sethy thing? No, you did an awesome thing, Britt. I will never complain. Ever. 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 Now I'm going to have the Greatest Showman soundtrack stuck in my head. At least I got the song out. And now it's back. Earworm, earworm, da-da-da. Have I ever run my printer overnight? I have, Britt. I do it frequently. I mean, there are times I'm like, okay, this is going to be a long print. I'm just going to do it overnight. And for the most part, it's not been problematic. I think I've had some snags in the past, but nothing tremendous. Like, in terms of, like, something getting ruined. Hey, CNEUp76. Shout out to you, CNEUp76. Did we get it? And, of course, there we go. Just making sure you got a shout out in case I missed it before. Or someone, if possible. And if not, hey, you get a bonus shout out. Can't have too many shout outs. That's the way I look at it. But then again, Britt, the Prusa Mini, I gotta say, has been, for me, trustworthy. In the sense that if the print, if the model is good, then the print usually turns out okay. Any kind of error is usually pebcac, not necessarily due to the printer. Yeah, RC Maniac even notes, I trust my Prusa to print overnight. I don't have anything else right now, but I know people are never see. I trust my Prusa printer to print overnight as well. Yeah, so DK, every time I see Bob Ross now, I think of the documentary I watched on Netflix, and it just pisses me off. Because, man, Bob Ross was awesome. But his I don't know if you've seen that documentary, but basically his family gets, well, I don't want to ruin it. You gotta watch the documentary, I'll just say that. Joshua says, a lot of people say 3D printers need to be faster, but I always tell people that if it did, you would sacrifice detail if it did go faster. I don't know, I think, I mean, would I want something to be faster? Well, you're not going to hear me say no, but I think the speed has been fine. I print mostly at this point, like, depending on what I'm doing, but, like, I'm mostly, this is a 0.2 millimeter layer height. We always let the i3 Mark 3S printers run overnight. Zouave, you've set 40-hour prints and walked away. Wow. Can't rush art. Yeah, it's true. You let mine run for an hour or two in the night, but never full 12. Oh, I've done full 12s. Can't remember the biggest one I've done. I'm not into the big proppy things like a lot of y'all are. I like this kind of crap. Can't believe his hair was a perm. Yeah, I know. I'm like, really? That was probably the most disappointing part, right? You know, like, what? I thought it was natural. Okay, one more piece. I should do a full Bob Ross without help. Oh, well, maybe one of these days. Maybe.
Joshua _ XP _ cheered X100, like Bob Ross said, there are no mistakes, just happy little accidents.
True dat. Except if you see the movie or if you see the film, man, it's gonna tick you off. I was so upset. I was so angry. I tweeted, and then I woke up the next morning and the tweet had like 1,000 likes. I'm like, I was not expecting that to take off. Your record's 5 days. Holy cow, dude. I definitely have not gone that far. I'm a different kind of printer, though. I'm doing these little projects every day. Good enough for me. Good enough for me. It's good enough for me. It's good enough.
You're still alive?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry. Sith Lord Brit rated, so.
Moses.
What?
Loyal Moses.
No, that's not Loyal. That's just an emote. Yeah. No, Loyal's got. Does Loyal have his own emote in this channel? He's got. I guess he really doesn't. He's got a trigger, a chat trigger though.
Then I didn't. What does that say?
Oh, that's Pezliz. Sith Lord Brit. Sith Lord Brit ran that emote. What? Yeah, that's Bits. Joshua XP tossed some cheers our direction. Oh yeah, tech. I opened tech. You gotta be careful because these are very small pieces here. From the Bad Batch. You gotta be careful.
No.
Be careful.
Boop, boop. What kind of figure is this one?
That's tech. From Bad Batch.
No, what kind of figure?
Oh, Mission Fleet. It's a new. It's the smaller series of figurines. You can always say, can Netflix dock with a salt mine size grain of salt? Oh yeah. There's no doubt. Like you can't always 100% believe everything that was presented, but it's everything that I looked at beyond that indicates that everything the documentary surfaced was very close to the truth. I'm like, oh, that sucks. After all these years of testing, oh, it's scratched up. It is definitely scratched up. What, honey?
See, this, but it was this side, and it was the Mandalorian Baby Yoda, and the.
Yeah, here.
Why did you keep them there?
I keep because I didn't want him to get lost.
Oh.
I don't want him to get lost because they're very small. Okay. Okie dokie.
These are mine, right? You have yours, right?
Yes, I do, honey. You don't want what? Okay. 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 You want the Mandalorian backpack?
Yeah.
I will. What? What doesn't fit? These backpacks do. Oh, he's got the cape. Never mind. Okay. You're just gonna do the cape. It'd be a little easier. Okay.
But you can put them on and take it off.
Yeah, you can. Just don't want to lose it.
You know what that
Oh, thank you. Don't want to lose.
that one.
Yeah, I know. Why does this remind you of candy? I don't know. Why does it remind you of candy?
What? What's that?
No, this filament looks like candy. Is what he said. Pretty sure.
Oh, good.
Someone was watching. he's taken. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna try. You know, in this filament, I may end up doing another. Not the stormtrooper, but I may end up doing a scout trooper, possibly tomorrow, because I like how these turned out. Okay, let me make sure I get this right. Swedish fish? Yeah. Swedish fish are vegan.
What are Swedish fish? What are Swedish?
You don't. I don't think you like them. It's candy.
I think I do.
No,
I think I had them on Halloween.
it's possible. They're
But I can eat the treats on Halloween.
some, not a lot of them. Honey. You can't. Well, because.
So I can eat them, like one of them.
Yeah. Oh crap.
But we don't know if it's vegan.
Well, we're only gonna give you the vegan ones, and then you can trade the other ones for maybe some money.
Well, I don't want money. I don't care about money.
Well,
I don't really care about money. Money's paper.
no, but you can.
It's a boring paper.
But you can trade.
That you sell.
But you can trade the money, honey, for other things.
I already have lots of candy.
You do.
Well, I don't right now. I mean, on Halloween.
I know. The only series you really shocked and enjoyed. Oh, Chernobyl was a good one. Yeah, I agree, Joshua.
On Halloween, I get to. On Halloween, I separate the colors.
Yeah, I know. And we have to. We've got to go back to Costco to see if we can find your costume because they still didn't. They haven't had it.
Yeah, because
Well, I don't know what you're gonna be because I don't know what they're gonna have yet.
I know what I could be.
What?
I want to be
Does the Boba Fett fit?
the Boba Fett.
Yeah, does it fit?
What Boba Fett?
Do you have a Boba Fett? Oh, the Boba. Well, we have to get one, honey. That's the problem.
But I want
Yeah, I know, but we've got to get it, and we didn't get it when we went to
Wait.
Costco. Oh, sorry, honey. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Did not mean to run over your toe.
Halloween's almost.
Yeah, well, almost in the sense that it's like maybe a month away.
1, 2, 3, 4,
See if I can get these to clip in without.
Look, they're the same size.
This is the one I
Dad,
have to
look,
keep clipped.
Dad, they're the same size.
Yeah, they are. They're the same scale.
Why do you guys have a skeleton?
Oh, that's the Bad Batch logo.
That's a secret.
Oh, it's a secret.
Look,
Yeah, it's an ATRT. Oops. Yeah, here we were ready to raid. We're going to be raiding someone. We're going to help him get to affiliate. Make Hagar a friend. We're going to make a new friend in Hagar. Alright. Your stormtrooper is here. Your trooper, different scale.
oh my goodness.
I know. And then my stormtrooper is here. Completely different
That's
scale.
enormous.
It is, by comparison. This is a different scale. This is more like a Playmobil kind of scale. So everyone who is watching all tonight, this is the fruits of the labor. Can you see it? Okay. Oh, sorry. I was a little low. I didn't realize it was that. Dang it.
Wait, can it see
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, no, they can't really see you. I didn't realize I was as high as I was. There, it's a little better. Gosh, wish I would have adjusted it. Just finished only cereal, Special K. Well, that's better than nothing. He is.
helps.
He is.
He helps.
He is. Tech is good.
Yeah, he helps.
Okay, good. Tech does.
Are they robots?
I don't know. Jamie on his PC, don't really play a lot of games. Haven't in a while. The Star Wars stuff, the last one I did was Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh, I want Jedi Fallen over.
Jedi Fallen Order? Not Jedi Fallen Over. Jedi Fallen Order. Yeah, I know you played a little bit too. Oh, we gotta play Battle. You wanted to play Battlefront. I can load that up. I have that, I think, on the Xbox. I know. Actually, I have it on the PC too. I don't get into a lot of the games. I'm not much of a gamer. That said, I have been threatening to throw a lot of retro games onto this PC and stream some retro games at times. I have threatened to do that. Wow, look at the red Stormtrooper. Yeah, I know, dude. The Trooper turned out very nice. Both of them that I did. That's why I had to print two. I was like, dude, there's no way I can just do one. I would totally army build this one. Just getting home, but want to stop by and tell you guys you're fracking awesome. Thank you, A Super Squirrel. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the support you've given. Very, very appreciated. Both Britt and I appreciate you, and assumedly other people as well. Give me a second. There was one other. I played Jedi Fallen Order twice through. Once with her and once on my own.
Wait.
Because I played it twice. Yeah, I played it twice. Because you wanted to play it once, and I was like, oh yeah, all right, I'll play it again. So that's when I played it on the Xbox. And I think I've got Battlefront on the Xbox as well. Although it's been so long since I played it. I'm not a first-person shooter kind of guy. I'm a casual kind of guy. Maybe when they released the Star Wars game. I mean, it was you, honey. Yeah, it was. People know when I fart, Jedi. They know. They know when I fart. No, you definitely don't want to eat this. The filament is not food. Filament is not food. What? Yeah, definitely not food.
Yeah, I'm having
Yeah, just saying. So thank you everybody for joining tonight. Thank you very much for all your support. Tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. I will be back. Don't know with what or for what, but you know I'm going to at least be doing 2 videos for YouTube. And giving everybody a TikTok sub update, or a TikTok follower update, I should say, because right now on TikTok, I'm at 350 followers. As of this morning, it was like 200 something, so I've grown 100 today, which is unbelievable. Like, that's just incredible. Like just, I can't believe these viewers are coming from nowhere. So 350 followers is kind of exciting. For just doing short motivational quotes. Enjoyed hanging out. Good big BB Jen. I hope to see you tomorrow. Yeah, honey. Be careful with those hands. You don't want them to pop out. They'll pop out if you're not careful. What, honey? What? Yeah, what? Honey, I'm starting to wrap up. Because it gives me something to do in the evenings that's kind of fun and productive. And this is how I talk to people and communicate with people and get other things done that are kind of fun. And enable other things. Like, otherwise I'd be having the Star Wars stuff and I'd be enjoying it on my own. And I'd rather enjoy it with you and with you. So, we are going to be raiding Hagar the Great. We're going to help him get to affiliate. And so, that is going to be our raid target. Hagar the Great. There we go. He loves Transformers, he collects Star Wars figures, and he does toy photography. Shout out to Hagar the Great.
Like you.
I know, it sounds like me, but he definitely is not me. Here we go. Going to stage the raid. Thank you, everybody, once again for joining. I love you. I appreciate you, but at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices, and may the Force be with you always. Hope to see you again tomorrow night at 6 p.m. or somewhere thereabouts, because I'll probably be streaming, a couple of hours. Again, I've been going at least till 8. Tonight, I've been going, and it's 9. Thank you, Kurt Grosser, once again for the inspiration of tonight's tech video. And also for using the Perillo Raider emote. Getting ready to Tusken Raid. Are we ready to do this? Ready to start that raid? Hope you're all ready. Get your Tusken Raider emote ready. I'll see you tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Turn on your notifications. Thank you for following me everywhere on social. Pacific, yeah. Pacific. Very specific in Pacific. Gotta be very Pacific. Being very Pacific. Here we go. Tuscan rating Hagar the Great 70 in 3, 2, 1.
Wait!
What? No, it rated. That's it. We rated.
I'm gonna tell them something.
Okay, now I'm gonna follow him.
I'm gonna tell them something.
Oh man, what were you gonna tell him?
I was gonna tell them that they actually helped.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we are gonna help him because he's gonna try to get to affiliate. So I followed him.
Helped him.
Oh yeah. Oh, he did. He did help him. That's true.
Oh.
Ooh, 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 ooh. There we go. That's awesome. So cool.